Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of Reditus. Let's do our recap. We are on episode 47. That's actually kind of hard to believe. We've done so many sessions. But last week, the group's still in Ciniculam. They went to the Wizard's Tower and did some dealings with Orla, buying and selling. Atlas a little bit regretting selling his spider staff after hearing that Gar the Collector wanted it. The group went to go find Dante after Atlas used a locate object spell to find out where he was back in the cathedral. As they went there, they met with Arik, Ladmus, Dante, and Jasper, as they were all present, as the group wanted to explain a shared vision in traveling into the Fae during their sleep the previous night and divulge some information that they learned from it. Ladmus explained that he already had some things in motion, but he would pass on the information to the necessary channels. Immediately after the meeting, the Atlads followed Arik and Dante to the battle arena, where Arik had transformed the arena to a dusty forest clearing for the spar between Jack and Dante, both showing their power and finesse, but ultimately Dante came out on top. He explained to the group that if we're going to Arakan, then there are three main routes to get there. Each one is vastly different than the other. And they range from 5 days to 10 days of travel, depending on how they wanted to go. He offered up if they did want to leave within the next few hours, he would be leaving if they wanted to join. Otherwise, there'd be many guides and people around the city that would go with them. So he headed off, and the group decided to split up as they decided whether to leave now or wait till later. Two of them heading off to try and find Cleric to do some enchanting, and the other two heading off to see if they can buy more potions for the travel ahead. Let's be right back and see who goes where and does what.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Heartless, forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jack the hunter, silent, keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Masters walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. Atlas rise, the night is long, through fate and fire, standing strong. He's awakened, shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
All right, welcome back. So, when we left off, Mastos, Darius, you guys were heading off to find Cleric at the mod area. Mastos wanted to try and get something enchanted. And then we had Atlas and Jack heading off to, I believe it was the Weeping Sorrow, to see if they could find more potions. So Mastos and Darius, you were closest to your objective. Are you heading directly to the mod area, or what is the plan?
I'm just following Mastos.
Okay. Mastos?
I'm muted.
Yeah.
I was heading directly there.
Okay. So you head up to Core 4, leaving the battle arena. As you head up the stairs, you start heading towards the mod area. You know to be the southernmost part of Core 4, heading towards where you previously seen Cleric. And as you get a little bit closer, both of you see three figures over in the mod area. A larger one and two smaller ones. And then you see one of the smaller ones start to walk away. Looks like a dwarven figure. Looks like pretty heavily armored. Shield across the back, large mace down the side. And you recognize it to be Thoric. Just walking north away from the mod area. He's about 100 feet away.
Thoric!
What?
Thoric!
Bastos, how you doing over there? He starts walking towards you.
At this moment, Mastos just realized we didn't talk to Thoric about leaving. And so he's just gonna take that initiative and be like, I've come to find you. I've come to find you.
To let you know.
All right, you find me. What's happening? What's going on? What's the plan?
Oh, well, the Atlads, we're we're going. We're getting ready to leave. We're just looking for you, and we're gonna head out.
You're looking for me? Why? What do you need? Can I help you? What's going on?
Oh, it just we're gonna.
Didn't you want to come with us? I thought you wanted to leave here when we left here.
Well, I was gonna head to York, to where I'm from, but I received communication back from my apprentice, and he seems quite happy there and successful. So there's not much need for me there. So I reached out, and I'm gonna head back to, how do I say it? Somewhere where I used to get some work. That they might have a place for me. Haven. I'm heading that way.
Oh, okay. So you're not coming with us then?
Not unless that's where you're going.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you didn't really tell us where you're going, so...
Haven. Going to Haven.
Okay. Well, we're going to... Aerocon.
and I look at you like, where are we going?
Automaton. Oh, well, it's up on the mountains. It's a little bit far from Haven, but Haven's past that.
Okay. Well,
Part
if
of
it's
the
not on the
west.
way then don't worry about it. And I put my hand out to shake his hand, and I say thank you for all your help. Good luck in your adventures. I hope our paths cross again.
And to yourself. Blessings to you. And he shakes your hand. Bastos, be safe. Don't be peeing on anybody. Alright?
And I like hand behind the head, and I'm kicking my hoof. I promise. I do not promise.
Alright, safe travels. He kind of does a little bit of a nod and turns to walk off.
And to you, my friend.
Bye.
He starts heading off back to where he was originally heading, to the northwest up Core 4, leaving just the two individuals over by the mod area.
And yeah, so I'll head into look for and talk to the other two that were still standing around.
Yeah. So as you get a little bit closer, you see the shorter one, a human figure, and the larger one, a half orc, and they seem to be working away. One over by one of the devices by the far wall, one over by one of the kind of the strange anvils, sort of enchanting anvils, just working away. Doesn't seem to have acknowledged you coming in. You don't see Sarek anywhere.
Oh, excuse me. Like,
Yes? How can I help you? Are you a patron looking for some modifications? And the human starts walking towards you.
Yes.
Excellent. What services can we provide for you? These long blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, big smile on his face. He has this yellow and red cloak that kind of like drapes over his shoulders down onto the ground. This beautifully laced kind of undergarment that kind of comes down to a V. You can see the chest hair protruding out.
I would like this to be better, but not metal. And I hold up the shield.
Okay. And he kind of smiles at you,
Do
nods
you
a
want
little bit.
enchanted?
Enchanting. Any specific enchantment we're looking for on this excellent piece of equipment?
I look at Darius and I shrug.
I mean, this is on you, man. I can't answer all the questions for you.
What do you have? Question mark, head tilt.
There are many types of enchantments that can be applied to armor such as this. We can make it more sturdy to provide you more protection during battle. Or we could put a special slot on the back to hide a weapon. Many different types of things.
Darius kind of like looks around for like something that he's reading off of.
Roll a perception check.
What is my perception? I believe it is +4. Not good. Where is my perception? Perception. Where the fuck is it? +3. So that's a 10.
A 10. You look around. You don't see any teleprompters. He seems to be coming straight from himself. Yeah, you don't notice anything strange.
All right. Well, carry on.
Can you make it stronger for me?
We could definitely reinforce this to make it more durable for when you're in battle.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent. The enchantments that we have are usually priced based on the requirement of time that the customer needs the item enchanted. When would you require the item to be ready?
Now?
Excellent. That is unfortunately not possible. A minimum week for this type of enchantment. I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, never mind then. And I turn to walk away.
If you wish, you can take it back. And he goes to hand you your shield back.
Oh yeah. I turn. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Sorry we couldn't be of service to you.
That's okay. And I,
Have a wonderful day.
skip away. Like it's not a problem.
He just kind of stands with his hands kind of together and watch you leave the area.
He likes watching my sweet booty.
Okay, where are you guys heading?
Back towards Alice. And that's where I was going.
Okay, so you know that they were heading towards the Weeping Sorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Atlas and Jack. We guys heading directly to the Weeping Sorrow, and he's pit stops on the way or straight there?
Well, I'm essentially following Jack, so.
Okay.
Jack is headed straight there.
Okay. And during this, what's Reen doing? Is Reen out? Is Reen dismissed? Where's Reen?
She is just following me.
Okay. She kind of like, she has her wings kind of like tucked in and kind of ducked down, kind of low to the ground. You can see her making a conscious effort to try and make herself as small as possible while going through, as she does bring a lot of stares and gazes as you walk through the city. But you make it there uninterrupted. And as you walk in, you see this small old gnome lady sweeping the floor as you come in. Hello. How can I help you, young man?
My friend and I, Jack kind of eyes Atlas because he referred to him as a friend, are...
Hi.
Hello there. Nice to meet you.
We're here to look for some health potions and perhaps anything else that might be useful in our journey.
Potions. I can definitely help you with. She immediately just drops the broom she was sweeping with and walks over behind the counter. Just ding, 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 ding. Falls on the ground. So, some healing potions and anything else? Anything special we can do for you?
Well, what is your specialty in this store? We've already been to the Wizard's Tower, and they had quite the array of magic scrolls.
Yes, Ola is very good at that type of thing. But poisons or, yes, balms for fixing ailments, broken bones, many things we have. Really depends on your need.
Now, did you say bombs or bombs?
Balms.
Oh. Okay, so this sounds like a good place for you, Alice. Yeah, let's see what kind of potions you have available.
You said you want ones for healing, yes?
Yes.
Very well, very well. She starts shuffling through underneath the counter. You see kind of the top of her hair This white kind of like it's pulled back in like 5 different ponytails in different areas. And she kind of peeks up and kind of gives you a little wink back down again as she shuffles through. She brings up, boom, boom, 4 kind of jugs on the top, 2 small, 2 medium, and 1 large. Well, I have a few healing potions left of different potency. How damaged do you think you're going to be?
Anything from moderate to severe.
Very well. I have the standard healing potions here for 50 gold each. We have one that's a little bit more potent for 150, and this one here is superior. That one's 500 gold.
Atlas, any of these call to you?
I mean, I don't really. I have a couple potions already. I don't know. What do you think? You're the ones that can't heal themselves.
Well, I mean, I can heal myself, just not to the degree you can heal others. But I don't know. Also, wouldn't it be funny if we got like a potion that could make like us turn invisible or fly or maybe turn into an animal like Mastos?
That would be cool.
I do have some of those. I do have a potion of flying, 500 gold pieces. I have one of those. Invisibility, 300 gold pieces. I have one of those as well.
What about turning into an animal?
Oh yeah, like a bat.
And
Yeah.
strokes her tiny little. Nothing like that, I'm afraid. That sounds a little bit more on the magical side of things. Perhaps Ola might have something. I don't have a potions for that. I'd have to do some research, like empathy or something, perhaps. Maybe Olga or something. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Always looking for some R&D projects.
Huh.
What about? Do you have a potion that we could give to someone else that would make them do what we tell them to do?
Ooh, drugging someone. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of looks around a little bit. Something like that. I don't really have anything that would take the willpower from someone else, unfortunately.
Anything that would make them sleep and so deeply that no amount of shaking them will wake them up.
Well, I do have just one moment. She turns around, leans down to there's kind of these cupboards behind, opens the bottom cupboard door on the right-hand side and shuffles through and brings out this file. This is extremely useful. A weary warrior, when in a not so comfortable area, finding it hard to get some rest and fall asleep. This little one here, she shakes it, and you see this kind of red and yellow liquid that kind of sloshes inside. This will put you to sleep quite quickly, and you'll get a solid 8 hours, uninterrupted. Yes, quite useful when you can't fall asleep.
And do you need to take the whole potion, or can you take some of it?
The whole potion would go about 8 hours. If you take any less, then might not work. If it does, it would definitely be for a shorter time.
Okay, how much is that?
That's 350 gold pieces.
How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know, I don't keep heavy amounts of stock of specialty items. We don't get many adventurers coming through here. The city's so far removed from everywhere. So I usually just stock things that might be frequently used by the Dolce.
Okay, well, I'll take a potion of sleep, but can you do 300 gold? That's all I have.
And roll a persuasion.
Jack's just kind of like looking at him. Like,
Say 13.
On the die, which my persuasion is super high. So let me just do the calculations. Carry the 4. Square root of this.
Pi squared.
So it's 14.
14.
Mhm.
I tell you what, how about 325? We'll call it a day.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I only have 300 gold. Is there?
I'll cover the other 25.
Ah, there you go. Your best friend's helping you out.
Oh, he's helping you out, actually.
I'm pretty sure you just tried to score a deal there.
Okay,
Yeah, he definitely has way more than 300 gold.
Yeah, he just got.
I
I go up and start counting out my platinum pieces very openly.
Okay. He goes off to the side, and you see her pull out this cut a piece of ribbon, and she gets this little kind of the back of her knife and starts running it along the ribbon. You see it start to curl up while you're doing it.
Do you have anything else, like maybe something to speed me up or make me strong?
Well, I do have a potion of speed. For 300 gold, one of those. You do get a little bit tired after using it, but you do have one of those, yes.
Okay. And Jack's gonna pretend he knows how to total math quickly.
Mhm.
So I'll take, and he'll point at the two potions, the bigger potions of healing,
Okay.
and then I'll do the speed, the flying, and the invisibility.
Very well, that's 1,400 gold pieces.
Oh. All right, let's throw in the big healing one too.
Okay.
and the 25 gold for mine, right, Jack?
Yes, the 25 for you.
Okay, perfect.
So 1,925 gold pieces from you.
I put the 30 platinum down.
Oh my gosh, I have
Okay.
way more money than I thought I did.
Oh, you do. Well, perhaps we
Hmm.
could
What's the most expensive
reassess.
thing you have here?
Most
Just buy the
expensive?
whole inventory.
Seriously, what's the most expensive thing you have here?
Oh, my rich.
We have a potion of heroism,
What's
500
that?
gold pieces.
500 gold pieces?
Yes, that's kind of my limit in regards to items that aren't specifically for the city or the Noja.
What does it do?
Well, it's very special. You'll have to give me a moment to research my documentation. It's been so long since anybody asked me for that.
Jack, it's called a potion of heroism.
Invisibility. He's just grabbing everything that he's purchased.
You hear that?
What is it?
A potion of heroism.
What does that do?
Heroin.
Uh,
I hate you guys.
we're finding out, but imagine if we're heroes already and we take a potion of heroism, we're gonna have a heroism.
So I bought invisibility, superior healing, flying, and then potion of speed. I forgot that one.
I'm assuming mine's a potion of sleep.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
Yes, the heroism potion, it gives you some extra life temporarily, so you hopefully don't fall after during battle.
Ooh.
It lasts until you go to sleep for the evening.
Ooh,
Dang, we should come to these kind of shops more often.
potion of heroism.
Yes.
How many of those did you say you had?
Again, specialty potions, I just keep one of each and then replenish when it's sold.
I think that'd be a good one for you. Get it.
I ran out of money, Jack.
He only has 300 gold pieces, which he's already taken out his 30 platinum.
What's the most off-the-wall potion you have here?
I don't see potion of sleep here. Potion of sleep.
I'll add it. I don't know if it's called that or not, but we'll add it to
Okay.
your inventory later. Yeah, because I just made it up. So Jack, what was your question? Sorry.
What's the most off-the-wall potion you have here?
Well, you've almost purchased all of my specialty potions.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Yes, I have a potion of resistance, which can be quite useful. It makes you resistant to certain damage. A potion of climbing, it kind of makes your body a little bit more sticky when you need to get places.
Ooh.
That's a nice one.
Atlas, you can fly. You're fine.
Alright.
Potion of strength makes you a little bit stronger for a period of time.
Ooh.
Um,
I'm also really strong.
He is. He is very strong.
I don't have many weaknesses. So,
but that's very useful.
do you have a potion that makes people... No, that wouldn't work. Ooh,
I
do you
don't have
potion
anything that makes
prevents
people-
from killing children?
A potion of morality. No, I don't have such a thing. Fortunately.
Do you have a potion that makes multiples of me, so I can have a bunch of me on the field?
Ooh.
Again, that sounds quite magical, not as much as a physical thing that can be created.
Where do we get magic potions? Do you know where we get those? Because that sounds like they're more fun, and you don't have those.
Well, they're not magical in regards to spell scrolls or items, not necessarily potions.
Okay. How much is the potion of strength?
That's 50 gold pieces.
Okay. I think we should maybe get Mastos that. He's pretty weak. And then we can get the potion that makes your body extra sticky for Darius, because I'm sure he would enjoy that. How much is both of those potions together?
The potion of climbing is normally 300, and the strength 50. But you've been such great customers. Let's just call it 300.
Or 250, because we just dropped almost 2,000 gold.
Roll a persuasion. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Because she literally already cut you a deal. Now you're asking for more.
I'm guiding myself.
You're gonna nat 20 both of these rolls. You're fine.
Ooh, it's good. It's 7. Well, I mean, it's not. Oh, disadvantage. Shit. Oh, nat 20. So 17.
17. Okay.
Hold on. I got my guidance. Roll.
And I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
One
nice.
on guidance.
Surprise!
18, and then what was my? Hold on. gotta do some
I
math
drink the
here.
nearest potion of bardic inspiration to give it to him.
You buy one for 300, drink it, and get a 50 off.
Okay. Jake, I lost it. Where is it? Where is it? It is persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're at. That's a big old 17.
17. Okay, very well. If this is the concluding of all the business, we'll wrap this up at 275.
You can't just agree once?
I
She's
did.
been very
You asked for
generous with
275,
us.
and
No,
I gave
said
you what you asked for.
250. I said 250.
No, that's incorrect. You said no. You said 275. Can't take me for a sucker.
Well, Atlas, you're already out of
Atlas
money.
projects a literal memory hologram image of what I said 30 seconds ago, which is 250.
Roll a persuasion or deception, depending on what you're trying to do.
Are we actually do we actually not think that I said 250?
Yeah, she heard 275.
Oh, okay. She's an idiot. All right, no worries.
So
Hold on.
She's old.
And an idiot. 19 on the dice. Am I at disadvantage on this one?
Mm-mm. It's normal.
19 plus 3, so 22.
You do, okay.
Minus 1, 21.
Okay. Beats her. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to replenish my stock anyway, so okay, fine, 250.
Okay. And if you can, when you're replenishing your stock, maybe pick up a potion of hearing.
Bruh.
Pardon?
I said you're very endearing.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's always good to get positive feedback from the clientele.
I lay down 25 platinum out of a second pouch.
I was gonna, she's like, she kind of looks at you, turns the head a little bit.
Yeah.
Here you go. And she just stacks up all your purchases on the countertop, not providing any bag except for the small, tiny little ribbon that she tied to your potion of sleeping.
Do you have like a tray?
Where's
Those
this
little
valuable
cardboard
customer?
ones that they would put like the tankards in when you went through the horse drive-through?
Let me see what I have. I'll be right back. She turns around and goes over to a small little side door, closes it behind her. She goes into the back. Here's
Is
some
all the
rummaging
potions
around.
just sitting out now and unattended?
Yep. You hear some rummaging and noises, banging, and about a minute later, she comes back holding a crate with, you can still see pieces of dirt and mud kind of caked around the bottom. You can use this, and she sets it on. Clearly something that had vegetables and foods in it previously, and starts lifting the bottles in for you.
Are the bottles pretty like distinguishable of like what is what?
Yeah,
Okay,
she has them
so-
labeled.
Okay.
They're itemized.
Okay.
So make sure to tell your on your adventures, people of the Weeping Sorrow, and I'll hopefully get more stock in by the time you come around again.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
We very much appreciate your patronage.
I flip her 5 gold.
Oh, very generous of you. She kind of
Jack's
smiles
just
with the corner of her eye down a little bit, knowing that she gave you some money off.
Don't mention it. Happy to support local.
That's a like crush her out
Indeed.
with this clinking crate of
Jack just holds his hand out in front of Atlas. Like, all right, you can repay me now.
I just carry on.
All right, so as you guys come out the front door, about 150 yards to the south, you can see Mastos and Darius walking towards you guys.
I said 5 gold, right? I flipped her.
Where did you guys spend all your money?
Oh, I spent some of Jack's money.
He did.
Jack spent the most, but I got you gifts.
You got me a gift?
Yeah. Here. Oh, Mastos, this is a potion of strength for when you're you right now and not the big strong one, the weak little one you are.
Oh,
Yeah, but like, what if he drank it as the big strong one? He'd be even stronger.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll leave that up to you. But it would be nice to see, the weak one be a little stronger. But, whatever. It's yours now.
I'm strong, but thank you. And I
Mhm.
put it away, and I like look at my muscles, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure I'm the weakest in the group.
Oh,
I have an 8 strength.
Oh, so do I.
I have a -1 to my strength as well.
So you have 8 strength as well.
Yes, I have 8.
oh, you all are really weak. I'm 15.
Yeah, my strength is up here, and then he circles his face as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but I can do more backflips than all of you, so it's fine.
Yeah, we've seen how beneficial that is.
Jack does a backflip.
I don't think any of you can transform into anything more cool than you are.
I cast Disguise Self on myself and make myself look like Mastos.
you said cooler.
I was trying to compliment him.
Darius, here. Yeah, your gift. This will make your body sticky.
The disguise just poops away, and Darius just has a blank stare on his face.
Pardon?
Yeah. Here.
I like hand him the potion.
It was quite expensive, but I think you'll enjoy it. Like, you like being sweaty and sticky and stuff, right?
Yeah, thanks, buddy. And I go to put it in my bag. Speaking of which, can you hold my gold inside of you for me? I figured it's safer
sure.
in there than hanging off my belt.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
open
open
my
up.
mouth up.
And I pour the potion in his mouth.
Get baited.
Do you try to avoid the potion being poured, or do you let it happen?
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Blueberry. Why did you do
Send
that?
on my mouth.
Well, I thought since you thought being sweaty and sticky would be so awesome for me, you would enjoy it.
Oh. Okay. Well,
I am also
Thank
kind of
you.
curious as to
I
what
give him a
your
big
sweat
hug.
is going to be like.
So you give him a big hug as you do. You can kind of feel your body resisting the pull when you go to pull away and find yourself stuck to him.
oh, I do enjoy this.
Somehow I'm still suffering from this potion.
Jack takes a big step back.
Oh, I wonder how long this lasts. Did she say? I hope it's at least a day.
Well, let's not drink all the potions you bought for everybody, and let's get moving to meet Dante. I got some health potions as well, so let me know when you guys need them.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of stuck on you, Darius. So I'm just gonna lift my feet up a little bit if you wanna walk.
1 second. He lifts his feet and I fall over.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Why would you do that? You are
You-
stronger than me
You've
and
done
really
this
heavy.
You've done this to yourself.
I didn't hug me today.
Yeah, but you gave me the sticky stuff.
You didn't have to stick yourself to me.
I thought we both could enjoy it. I
I'm
didn't
not enjoying
expect
this.
you
There is no enjoyment for this in me.
Well, you shoved all the enjoyment down my throat.
Yeah, I do that.
I look at them, wanting to join this sticky mess, because it just looks like a forever hug to me.
Mastos, maybe you need to drink the potion and carry us.
Or I could, and then I have the blade eject out of my wrist contraption I've created. No, I'm not stabbing you. I mean, I'm just saying it like I could.
He turns into Lapidus.
Yeah, so as he's moving towards you, you can feel the ability to release if you needed to.
Oh, I
Dude.
know.
Is that something?
Jack, do you think we could get on Reen?
Jack looks at Reen, and Reen kind of looks at Jack like, that ain't happening.
I don't know. Can you go in and ask her how long the potion lasts for?
Nope, but you guys can start shuffling towards the gate so we can go meet Dante. And Jack's going to start going towards where he told he would meet Dante. He told Dante he would meet him.
I am going
Messed up,
to.
eh?
I am going to look at Atlas and be like, I don't know if you can let me go, but if you can, I suggest you do it, or your potion is going to go to waste.
But this isn't a waste.
And I take
Casted
the Soul
suggestion.
Seeker and I tap it on Atlas and cast Dispel Magic.
Does that technically work?
Technically, because the potions apply to magical effect. So you would feel this ripple, almost like when you walk out of the shower and the water's kind of like shading off you as you leave it, and you feel this wave over your body, and you kind of just roll over.
Wait, do I roll over?
No, I would be on top, so I roll.
Oh, you're
off.
on top. Okay, yeah, that's fair because you're way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't release.
Let me go.
It didn't work. I think it's a really strong potion.
Let me go.
Okay.
Okay.
Give him a little extra squeeze and then let go.
Well, that was still 250 gold well spent.
I'm glad you think so.
Alright, shall we to Jack's lover?
You know, it's okay to have a
Jack's lover.
respect for another warrior.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Maybe I
also
should
okay to have a man
save the
crush.
sticky spell for you.
Let's get to Dante.
I don't think he needs a spell for that.
He looks sticky in his pants.
I will follow along.
Okay.
I will follow along while playing my pan flute.
All right. So what, Jack, you're leading the way?
Jack,
Jack, you're leading the way?
are you muted?
Oh, you're muted.
No,
Yeah, I
you're,
can't.
you're muted. We can't. You're yelling at us for some reason. Ah.
Oh no, your microphone is not working.
No. No, still can't hear you. No.
Oh, I have to
No,
unmute. I probably have to unmute him on the Bio Ninja.
Oh, did you rejoin?
As he
He's
muted
typing
him.
now. He wants to. It says he's muted me.
Oh no, I haven't. He's unmuted on my side.
Yeah, he's.
Oh no, never mind.
There you go. It
There we
says the
go.
director had muted me.
Take that,
Oh.
sucker.
Bruh. Yeah, Jack is leading the way, and I don't know if it was muted or not, but Jack is going to say, I can ask Dante politely to beat all of you up, so you guys be quiet.
No one can beat up me.
You'd probably be the easiest one to defeat amongst all of us there, Master.
I have the single largest health pool amongst us because I
And,
can transform multiple times.
Jack
His voice has
looks,
changed.
Jack looks at Mastos and he picks up a random rock off the ground and he goes, "See the rock? It's magical," and he just throws it and keeps going. Defeated.
I would like to roll to see if that was enough of a rock to. No. I recognize that it was just an ordinary. That's just an ordinary rock.
Jack, roll a deception check, please.
Yeah.
Where'd my
What did
D20
you,
go? Here it is.
Mastos? What did you roll?
I rolled an 11.
11.
On,
Insight.
just with a perception.
Ooh,
Or yeah, I
deception,
did
I get a plus
insight.
2.
On
Insight, yeah.
Yeah, I had 15 then.
15,
Dang it! I just
okay.
rolled a 13 on the die and I get a plus 2 to deception, so we just tied.
Ah, means
does
it means
that
that he can.
work?
You can tell that it's a rock.
That's just
He met it. He met it.
Okay, so Colin, I am genuinely curious when two players go against each other because technically Jack is trying to deceive, so then that's meets beats. Like, which one do you decide is the meets beats?
I
feel
would.
like I was initiating that role.
I would say the one that's trying to, like, Jack is trying to deceive, so it's his DC that the person he's trying to deceive would kind of have to meet.
Okay.
Is the way I would see it.
I don't remember what triggered me thinking about that. I thought about it the other day, and I was like, how would you handle that situation?
Yeah, it's annoying. All right, so yeah, you can tell that it's a rock.
We continue on.
Jack
Okay.
still made his point.
All right, so you guys are heading up to. Dante said he will be at the entrance to the city. So Jack, are you heading up there?
Yes.
Okay.
En route.
So as you you recall the way from Aristos when he led you guys back in from the summoning circle outside the city. You guys head up to Core 1, right to the top, and Nolja guards standing at the exit to the mountain, and they kind of just nod towards you. And they both turn around, and there's a lever on each side of these massive doors, and they both pull the levers, and the doors in the mountain start moving open, and you can kind of see the sunlight coming in from outside, and you see the trees at the far end, past the summoning circle that you recall from before. As you guys kind of start walking out, you kind of take a look up, and you can see kind of the faint impression of the massive gatekeeper automaton that was melded into the wall above the gate guarding it. So you guys walk out. You see the teleportation circle. You see to your left, which is to the north, you see the path leading away from the city. And to the right, you see the edge of the forest line with some stables down there, some horses, and it looks like some people down working by where the horses are. What do you guys do?
As Jack is exiting, he'll look at one of the guards and he'll say, "Please let Carmen know that the Atlads are leaving and they will be back, and to be safe." And he'll kind of give him a bow.
Okay. And he bows towards you. He has his mask is completely blank, doesn't have any features to it, and just nods to you and starts closing the door.
Did we meet Dante?
How long has it been? Has it been close to 2 hours, or has it only been like an hour?
Yeah, it's been like an hour and a half.
Okay. Dante will be here shortly. He said 2 hours.
Okay.
So we can just relax till then.
Sure.
I will pull out my lute and start tuning it.
How long are we here?
It'll be just like another 30 minutes and he'll show up. Jack will, and when I use this term release, Reen to like go run out and play for a minute, like stretch.
Okay. Yeah, and she
Yeah.
does. As soon as you give that command, immediately the wings kind of stretch out. And you see like the shoulder muscles just rolling back as she kind of like kicks out her legs from holding this small position throughout the city. You just kind of see her back arch as she starts to kind of run around in circles.
Jack will kind of step out of the way of any pathway, and he'll just kind of drop Indian style and just sit there and watch her.
Okay.
I will use one of my spell slots or wild shape slots to resummon Owlmos.
Okay. Make sure you mark off your components.
Yep.
Yeah, so you summon back in Almos, and he just reapparates right on your shoulder. His head rotates and rubs into the side of your head.
I pet him, but with my head as well.
Darius,
Mm-hmm.
can you give me the rundown on this thing again? As he's looking at his gauntlet, and he's looking at the crossbow, and he's never thought of putting anything in it other than a bolt. But what Darius said kind of stuck out, so he's gonna start he's gonna find random things on the ground to like put in it and see if it shoots, and he's just kind of shooting it like right in front of him, not like making it go far.
Okay, so Jay to Luke, what do you mean by the rundown?
You gave like Jack like a tiny bit of feedback about the crossbow when you identified it.
Oh, I cast Identify on it. Okay, Colin, can you give me a refresher on what I
Yeah,
saw?
it was. Yeah, the information you got, one of you kind of identified it. You figured out that it was not a magical piece of equipment. When you looked at it, the ability for it to be so small and do so much damage with the small size of crossbows that it uses is just like a mechanical feat of engineering. There didn't seem to be anything magical about it. And the mechanism within it makes him not need bolts. It seems to be like whether it be sticks, whether it be anything that can be kind of shaved
right,
down,
okay.
can immediately be put in and shot. So Jack not having to worry about carrying any ammunition for it.
So I reiterate all of that to you. And I was like, yeah, you can put, as long as it'll fit in, I assume there's like a slot that the bolts go into.
Yeah, there's like a little kind of square contraption down on the wrist as you push something through, it kind of loads into the
Right.
glove.
So as long as it'll fit and I point at that section, through that, you should be able to fire whatever it is.
So Jack is going to start playing with everything in his bag to just see it because he's intrigued by it. So
Okay.
all like the random crap that's not important in here.
Atlas,
and that's
what are you
what
up
he'll
to?
do for a bit.
Okay. Atlas, you doing anything?
Actually, I'm gonna ritual cast. I'm gonna ritual cast. What is it called? Just divination.
Okay. So as you sit down and start kind of marking out the area and start settling yourself down with your passive perception, you notice down by the stables, you notice some people you recognize. You see Aristos talking to Bulgar. And there's another person, you can't quite make out who it is, also talking. They're kind of standing by this small or orc who's over by the stables.
Okay. Where's Darius in relation to me right now?
You guys are pretty much just in a little huddle.
Okay.
I don't know how far you guys want to walk, but basically it's about about 100 feet from the front of the gates to the teleportation circle, and then about another 200 feet to the line of the forest.
Hey, Darius, you see who's over there?
I'm just gonna like.
Over where?
I'm gesturing towards the group.
I know, I'm trolling you.
Oh.
Over. Do I need to point to you? Do I need to point?
What is like? Should we not be pointing? Is it one of those situations where it's like, don't look?
I don't know. I'm just there's people talking over there, and they're talking to people I don't really recognize either. I was gonna say maybe why don't you put the hood up and see what's going on? Get some intel.
Okay. Are there any like large trees or anything nearby?
So this area is, it's like a line of trees almost in a square shape where the entrance of
So,
the
like,
city
is there a tree big enough that I can like walk around it, and as I walk around, put the hood up?
Yeah, if you go to the edge, yeah, you can do that for sure.
I will
Yeah.
do that, and then I will like slink my way to spy on the group for him.
Just before he goes, I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay. All right. So Darius, roll a stealth at advantage.
Not great, but not bad. My
And add a
stealth is
D4.
decent. 16. Oh, and a D4. Yeah. So 18.
Okay, 18. So as you kind of work your way down the tree line, trying to sneak up in this group, as you get a little bit closer, roll a perception.
18 again.
Okay, nice.
You know what? I'll just add a D4 to it just to be safe.
You already used it.
Oh, it's not constant? I
No,
thought it
it's just
stayed
1
on.
minute and then it gets you.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, as you get a little bit closer, you see Bulgar standing in one of the stalls with one of the horses. He's kind of like petting the horse, and you see Aristos standing at the front, talking to a small orc. You don't know who this is. Seem to be having a conversation. Doesn't look heated or anything. Just looks like a general conversation. And then down to the far end, you see a figure mounting a horse within one of the stables, and you recognize it to be Dante.
Okay, I will head back to the group. And basically, like, same tree. I'll go back, take the hood off, and then make my way back to the group. And then just explain Dante's down this way.
Oh, okay. Did you hear any juicy gossip?
Did I hear any juicy gossip while I stood there? Were they talking about anything like that I would have stayed to listen for?
You didn't. If you wanted to get close enough, we can kind of play that out and just kind of give you a visual as what you were seeing, and then head back. But if you wanted to, be caught
No,
up
because
back
it wasn't specified that he wanted me to like listen to what they were saying. So
there. Yeah.
Literally, what?
you said you want to go see who that is, so I went over. I didn't know who it was, and I saw Dante's, which is our objective. So I came back.
Okay. I could have swore I said I wanted you to like get some intel, is what I said.
Yeah, I took it as figure out who it is. Sorry.
No, I meant like find out what they're saying because I said they're talking over there to someone we don't know. Get some intel. Like that was
so
my...
I figured it was about the someone we don't know.
So you know who it is?
No, but I saw Dante.
They didn't get shit.
So you see Darius come back out of the forest and explain what he's seen.
Okay,
everyone.
what were they saying, Darius?
No idea.
They're speaking another language?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
And
Okay.
I speak Celestial. I'm like, it's not really that interesting. People know other languages.
But why would they be speaking a foreign language when common is what they normally speak?
What if he doesn't speak common?
And the orc?
Yeah.
How many orcs do you know that don't speak common? That's
There
very
has to
interesting.
be some.
And what language was it?
I didn't understand it.
Oh, so it's you didn't recognize any of it?
No.
That's even more interesting.
Well,
Do you want me to go back and listen? See
Oh.
if they stop talking whatever language it is?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Maybe see or
I'll come with you.
No, you stay here. You especially stay here.
Well, if it's a language you don't understand, and
I'm
it's-
going to cast comprehend languages
Bulgar.
on myself, and then I will head over.
Are you gonna fake cast it?
No, I actually cast it.
it-
Just in
it-
case. I don't want to get over there and then they actually are speaking another language.
It might be
Fair enough.
druidic.
And I'm already gone.
So heading back to kind of the same routine, tree line, putting
Yep.
this book up. Okay. So Jack, you're still kind of watching. Reen's kind of just playing over, chasing a rabbit over by the trees. Atlas, you're kind of starting your ritual cast. Mastos, what are you doing while this is going on?
Well, is anyone paying attention to me?
Everybody's kind of doing their own thing right now.
I use my wild shaping, turn into a... Oh, wait. I can still understand druidic, right?
You can hear to understand when you're in forms. You just can't speak.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna walk towards the group.
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
orcs.
So as you start walking down towards there, Darius, you're kind of weaving your way down, and the corner of your eye, you start to see Mastos just start walking down towards where Aristos is talking to this small orc, which is only about 20 feet away from where the actual physical stables are, where all the kind of the horses are lined up. And Mastos, you can start to see Bulgar as you get a little bit closer. Roll a perception as you get a bit closer for me.
That's a 19 on the.
19. Okay, so you do also see Dante on the far, as you're heading down south, on the far left stall, kind of mounted up on a horse, seems to be kind of like checking the saddle and such. And you see Bulgar a couple of stalls down from that, has a comb and is brushing one of the horses.
I would like to stop, turn around, and then go back to tell Jack that Dante's over there.
Okay, so as you go to step down, you notice who it is. You just swing to a 180 and start walking back to the group. At this point, Darius, you get pretty close. You could probably figure out. You might be able to hear what Aristos and the orc are saying. If you want to roll a perception for me, and another stealth with advantage.
I would have guided him again when he left again, too, by the way.
Okay.
So perception is 19.
Okay.
And then stealth, 1 second. Stealth is 23.
Okay. You silently glide through the trees, making zero noise as you do so. And as you get a little bit closer, you can hear us this. Yes, that seems fair to me. Next time I come, I'll bring what I can for you. That's a fair price. Thank you. Gorian hands out, shake the orc's hand. Small orc. No problem. Always come and see Gorian when you need some traveling done. He shakes his hand. And Aristos turns to start walk towards the stables.
All right, I'll head back.
All right, so you head back, Mastos. You kind of reach the group at this stage, and you see Jack watching Reen. Atlas is kind of zoned out right now.
I yelled to Jack, Jack! Dante's over there! And I point to where they were all talking. Hopefully loud enough that they hear.
Yeah.
Jack looks over there to see where Dante's at.
Yeah, you see the small orc immediately look up. More customers, come on if you need some horses. Come on down and see Gorian.
Ooh, horses. And then Jack looks around to see if he can see Dante.
Okay, roll perception. Quite far away from the stable right now.
Let's see. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you see two different figures in the stables, and then you can tell Aristos. You can tell him as he's walking towards the stables, and in the small orc. You can't really see from how far away whether it is Dante or not, but you do see two different figures in two different stalls. And at this point, Darius, you'd be coming back to the area of the group as well.
Yeah, I'll take my hood off and be like, she was buying horses.
Do you guys need a horse?
Why would a bird person need to buy a horse?
Maybe she was paying for Dante.
Well, if we can go quickly, maybe
Or
they
he's
can pay
going.
for us.
I
Wait,
mean, we
why do
can-
I need a horse?
You can turn into a horse.
More than that, but yeah.
And I can just ride Reem, so I don't need a horse.
And someone can ride me, and I look like really excited.
I only rode you when you were an elk, and I would like to not do that again.
Well, technically, I could fit 2 people, but not you. And I look at Atlas, who's like, "How much do you weigh?"
Not
how's you
that
having-
heavy.
As you're having this conversation, Jack, as you're kind of looking down there, you see on the last stall, you do see and recognize Dante coming out on a horse, kind of slowly making his way out. Kind of just sees you and kind of raises a hand and slowly starts riding his horse up towards you in a trot.
Well,
Wait, if Mastos can carry 2 people, Jack, why don't you let Atlas go on Reen and then you and I can go on Mastos?
Yeah, but I can only carry so much.
You just said you can carry 2 people.
2 people.
Yeah, Jack and I are people.
And there's 2 of them.
Oh. That's just that you said him and Atlas.
No, I said let Atlas, because we know Reen can carry Atlas.
well, I don't know how I feel about traveling long distances not on Reem.
Do you want to buy a
So-
horse?
We can see how much a horse is.
Because if you're going to be stubborn like this, you're paying for the horse we need to buy.
Well, and Jack's going to thank Tareen, return, and I'm gonna mount you.
So out of game, I did just actually, because I didn't know the carrying capacity of the giant owl. I could probably carry Atlas and you. Because it's a
Really?
huge creature. Not
Where do I
large.
see where I weigh? Does it tell you?
No,
I don't
No,
think the
it's not
game
accurate.
actually
You didn't
uses weight.
figure that out.
It's all
Okay.
about size.
Well, that's what it is. Like, so because the giant elk is not a large but a huge creature, its carrying capacity is 1,140 pounds.
Oh, okay, so yeah. Because I am like small, but I'm also very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dense, like muscle.
All right.
All this platinum.
Yeah, so as Dante gets a little bit closer. That lads, you've made it. Starts approaching over towards you, Jack.
Yeah. I think we're actually gonna leave. Oh my god, we're gonna leave.
So
Wait,
you've
am I done
decided to come with me? That wasn't 10 minutes. No, it's been like 5
Okay.
minutes.
All right, so I didn't say any of that.
Okay.
I said it. I was like, we're finally getting out of here.
Yeah, I think Atlas is finishing up a spell or something, or he's asleep. But yeah, we're gonna be traveling with you if you're okay with that.
Absolutely, and to Arakan, yes?
Yes.
To Arakan.
Okay, very well. Look, now I like to go the most direct route, and where I have to go is south of Arakan, at the bottom of a mountain. Oh, that reminds me. I stopped by to get my things, and the Ladmus said to give me this for you, and he holds up a bag for one of you to take.
I grab it
Okay.
and I look inside.
Okay. You poke your head in, and you see. If I can find it. You see inside 2 healing potions. You see 2 white fur cloaks. You see a rolled up map, a scroll, and about 10 servings of deer jerky.
I will pour that into the bag of holding and add that to my inventory.
Okay. You guys see him just get one sack and just kind of position it to the other and like just shake it, and everything's falling in.
Is it a special sack?
One of them is.
Well, he could see all the items in it, so.
Oh yeah, that would, yeah. Makes sense that it's not.
So
Okay,
yes, I like to take the most direct route. I don't know how comfortable you are all with that. However, it's quite treacherous. As I mentioned before, there's 3 different routes to get there. There's across the Burning Sands, there's the Dead Man's Gulch, and then there's the more safer route to the south through Durham and along the Bottle of the Mountains. Had you all considered what type of approach you wish to take?
Direct.
Direct and dangerous.
We're
I like
capable.
the
I
way
don't
you
want to
think.
leave, really, but I guess, yeah, the
Well,
most
there's no
direct.
fur cloaks on D&D Beyond.
Oh, you wish to stay in Ciniculam, Atlas?
I really enjoy it here. I feel like, yeah, it's okay.
It's an excellent city. Out of anywhere I've been, this is where I'd like to hang my hat when it comes that time.
Well, maybe you can buy a house beside us.
Perhaps. I don't know if I'd need anything very extravagant. But yes, it would be nice.
Oh, we
Our
have a
house
murder
is humble.
house.
Yeah, it's
A murder
humble
house.
Yeah, somebody was killed in it.
I sleep in their grave.
We very well. That's.
So not ready for that one.
Have you heard of vampires before, Mastos?
Have I heard of vampires?
Roll a history.
Let's find out. Oh, that's 18 on the die. And okay, 19.
Yes, you have heard of vampires. You know them to be a sort of a form of undead, known for sleeping in the ground.
Ah, are you talking about the stories of the old ones, the ones that sleep in dirt too?
Indeed, you're not one of those, are you?
No.
No, you just like to sleep in graves.
I like to sleep in dirt.
That's fair.
Nature. Earth.
That makes sense. Druids are one with the wilderness. I suppose that makes sense.
Yep.
Very well. So we're heading to Dead Man's Gulch.
Yay!
Should
Now-
be doable.
I know somewhat of your stories from the islands, yes?
Mhm.
Yep.
We're here for the tournament.
I'm not here for the tournament.
I don't know if we're actually here for the tournament anymore.
What? What do you mean?
It does sound like you've got a little sidetracked. If tournament is the main objective, there's a lot going
Sidetrack
on.
is one word for it.
is that the end goal for the Atlads? Is to participate in the tournament?
I mean, that
I
and
thought we
defeat
were
the evil of the world.
I thought we were stopping them from like opening some tower or something, and not participating in the tournament.
Well, that type of thing's above my pay grade. But one thing at a time, they say. We'll get you to, well, I can't go the entirety of the way to Arakan. My objective is before reaching there, but I could definitely get you quite a ways of the way as your guide.
Perfect.
Ladmus said he had given you a map in there. So if anything does happen, you can refer to that. And when I leave you, when I have to continue my particular mission, you can refer to it as well. So, shall we head out? Are you getting horses? Are you going by foot? What is the plan?
Has Atlas finished his thing?
We will say that Atlas has finally come to completion.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll take a break.
All right.
Atlas needs to recover. All right, we'll be back soon. All right, welcome back. All right, so as we left at the lads, they had exited the city, waiting to meet Dante, just outside of the stables of the city. In doing so, Atlas started casting a spell. Dante met the group, starting to talk, and as Atlas completes his spell, what happens, Atlas?
I basically ask in my internal mind for guidance from my father and ask him if I'll see Filbert again.
So with this ritual, how have you set this ritual up? Takes 25 gold worth of something or gold itself. Like how have you situated yourself to complete your divination ritual? What does it look
Like I gotta have 25 gold of something.
Yeah, like it's like almost like a sacrifice, 25 gold value or 25 gold itself.
Oh yeah, 25 gold itself.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Just kind of how I did it the last time.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of like lay it out. And he asks a question, and the gold pieces that you kind of have laid out, they start to shift in a kind of spiral circle. You're almost used to seeing this spiral image now. And it starts to raise, and this kind of spiral shape becomes almost three-dimensional. And as it slowly lowers down, and the gold starts to sink into the ground. And as it does so, small flowers start to sprout in the grass. It starts
Ooh.
up, boom. Goes in a circle, starts to go down, and then one final flower at the bottom, forming a question mark.
A question mark?
Yeah.
Would you like me to translate?
Oh, I've never got a question mark for a question before. Okay, well, it's not a no, so I guess that's an answer. Anyways, sorry, what are we doing? Have we decided to stay?
No, we're leaving with Dante. Through Dead Man's Pass. And I seem excited about it.
Oh, is that the safest route?
Sure isn't.
The safest route would be down through Durham at the bottom of the mountains and around the outside. That would be the safest route. It is the longest route, but most certainly the safest.
Well, how much longer?
Well, going the southern route would take approximately about 10 days. Unless you're on horseback, you'll save about 3 days travel. Direct over Dead Man's Gulch, where I'm headed, it takes about 3 days. Or across the Burning Sands, that's about 5 days. Which is to the north.
And we don't want to, aim for the middle. We're just gonna go full on 3 days travel through the grueling Death Valley.
Yeah, why not?
That's just my preferred route. However, I must be upfront. I usually travel alone, not usually with a group. It's a lot easier to manage. Once we actually get to Dead Man's Gulch, it's almost a long crater that's been broken down through the mountains. In some places, it can fit a few people wide. Some places, it's a little bit of a leap here and there. So I used to do it by
it's
myself, but
more physically dangerous than being attacked by Goblin Raider dangerous.
well, there may be less goblins, etc. There are some wild animals and such that have made the gulch its home, but it definitely would be more laborious in regards to physicality going that route. But I'm a little bit agile myself, so that's why I usually That's why I go that way. If you don't wish to go that way, I can go so far with you before I have to branch off, but that's the way I'll be going.
I'm
Okay.
pretty curious.
I immediately sit back down, lay out 25 gold, and start my.
Okay. You need a bit of a rest.
Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Very well. Also, to be very upfront with you all, I don't mind guiding you as far as I can. However, as I mentioned, I do have my own objective that I'm committed to. And not to be too blunt, but the objective that I have in the work that I do for the Nolja, it does come above everything for me, even my life. So I will do what I can to help, whether it be in combat or guidance. But if it does come to being able to complete my mission, I would have to prioritize that. I just want to be upfront.
For sure, and we'll respect that, and
I just
We
like look
won't.
up and
You will let us die. We get it.
we won't waste
Well-
too much time for you.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I'm sorry, your name again was, and points to Darius.
I
I thought he was saying that to Jack. I'm like, oh,
No,
word.
Darius.
Jack's heartbroken. Come on, Jason.
So Darius, he points at you.
Sorry, what's that?
Okay.
What was the question? Sorry, I gotta ask another question. In
Oh.
real life. What?
It was Dante was just asking your name. He's like,
Oh.
sorry, your name again?
I'm Darius.
Darius. Atlas, Jack, and points at the guy with the owl on his shoulder.
It's I'm busy.
You're casting.
Hmm?
He's pointing at you.
Oh, me? Sorry, what?
Your name. I want to be sure we have. I know who everybody is.
Oh, this is Alamos.
Almos, your owl or yourself? I've heard you speak in the third person.
Oh,
Just
I'm-
want to be accurate.
I'm Mastos. This
Mas-
is Alamos.
Almos. Nice to meet you, Almos, and Mastos. Excellent.
And we make a simultaneous bow.
Okay. And he does so as atop of his horse still, kind of bows down to you a little bit.
I love how like Mastos is built around Tim's attention span, like perfectly. Like, melts right into the character.
Yeah. Zero adaptation needed. It just
Yeah.
just living life.
Fool me.
Very well. So are we ready to move off then?
I'm casting a spell.
Oh, right.
I don't say that. I'm just doing it.
I apologize for Atlas sitting down and trying to waste more time.
Yeah,
when
I
he
like
could
Will Smith
easily do that on the
too.
go.
Well, are you
Uh,
guys just gonna ride me raw, or
Um,
will you need a saddle?
I don't know if I'd refer to it in that manner, but yeah, I was just gonna jump on your back,
What,
dude.
riding me raw?
Please don't say that.
Well,
Bareback.
yeah, that's bareback. So you're gonna ride me bareback?
I'm just gonna use my boots and I'm gonna run. Fuck it.
For 3 days.
No, I only get 10 minutes.
Why are you guys
Jack's
talking?
on top of Reen, starts riding Reen, and kind of gets like facing the same direction as Dante to show that he's ready to move.
Okay.
I guess we can try if Atlas can ride me. Atlas, would you like to try? And I look over at him trying to ritual cast his thing.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear as you look, you see Aristos coming up on the left-hand side slowly on this bright white horse. It's got these kind of like dark leathers placed across the top of it. On the side of it, it has these strange wooden like circles with almost like, looks like almost basket weaving on these things, kind of attached on either side of the horse. So I was like, lads, good to see you all. How fare you?
Ready to get out of here.
Let's go.
So all accounts good.
Excellent. What's the next objective for the lads?
We're going to your hometown.
Going to visit Khalid.
Yes.
That's right.
Excellent. If you get there before me, please tell her that I'll be probably another week or so.
Why so long?
Where are you going?
I've detected a major use of power, and as part of what I do is to find out the reasons for this. So I'm heading to Donweft, the ruins there. There has been something happening, and I wish to investigate.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Maybe we'll go there too.
Okay, we can't go everywhere at once.
Shouldn't be too much to see. It's a well-known ruin, so not many people usually go there. Interesting that something would happen. So before I go home, stopping there. It's northeast of Arakan on the Burning Sands. Equipped for that, and he points down towards these wooden things or basket kind of circular things that are attached to the horse. So you're going, I'm assuming, the safest way to Arakan, yes? To the south?
I look at Dante.
Oh, we're taking the fastest route.
We're heading through Deadman's Gulch. I find that the fastest route. And there's fast may be, but equally dangerous. Is that a smart move, lads?
I just like look up and kind of like the.
I mean, we helped in the fall of Lord of Amorian, and we helped with the Fey Forest. I think we can handle our way through some gulch.
Okay, well, I wish you the best, and I hope to see you safely arrive in Arakan.
Yes, sir.
Bless and best wishes to you all. And Dante, see you again, friend. And it just nods his head down towards Aristos, and Aristos just starts to trot off.
Sounds like Aristos also has a thing for Dante.
It's
wouldn't?
just
He's
fine.
handsome.
He whooped me.
All right, yeah, Dante kind of just standing by his horse now, kind of got off and just leaning up against him as kind of just smiles and waits for Atlas to finish whatever he's doing. What's everybody else doing? It's about 5 minutes now, about halfway.
Jack's just waiting.
I don't really want to transform in here, so I guess I'll just wait for him.
Transform?
Yes. Yes.
What are you transforming into?
Well, if these two are gonna ride me, and I look really happy about it, I would say the biggest thing I can, or at least the biggest, fastest thing I can, and then the giant elk.
And he starts kind of like pointing at each person. So you're going to carry all three?
Isn't Jack on
No,
right now?
he's got a ride. I point at Jack.
Yeah, he was on Reen actively.
Right. So you have your ride, and this elk. I don't work with a lot of druids. I apologize. How long does this elk form of yours last? 10 days?
Oh, yeah.
7 days? Would that get us?
a number of equal hours to my level around it, so 4 hours.
4 hours.
Guys really
Okay.
thinking this through.
I don't
And
know.
I just want to be, as I say, usually I travel alone, so I like to know the abilities and skills if I'm going to travel with a group. So 4 hours, running at fast pace, yes? You-
Yes.
Okay. And
And
you
I
will
just need to
be,
rest for an hour.
and you will be fully ready to go after an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I must say, I'm very impressed with the stamina and fortitude of you, Mastos. That's incredible to carry two people with you for a solid 4 hours running and only need 1 hour of rest to be ready to go. That's admirable.
Don't you also not need?
Put my hands on my hip like a
An hour of rest?
superhero.
Don't you have like multiple wild shapes before you need to
Well,
rest?
I already used mine. I used
course
one
he has.
I expended a wild shape to summon Alamos.
Okay.
To say hello to a bat or something.
Facebook chat.
So as as Dante's kind of having this conversation, trying to feel out, you all, Atlas, your ritual comes to completion.
Okay.
What's your question?
My question is, should I should reword it a little bit. Should we be taking this path to Arakan? The dead. What was it called? Dead Man's Path?
Dead Man's Gulch.
Dead Man's Gulch.
And using gold again for your fill, I'm
Yeah.
assuming?
Yeah, I'm using the 25 gold that I had marked. for
Okay.
My, yeah.
To catch the
Yeah.
thief. Okay. So yeah, you lay out in this familiar pattern again, kind of like getting yourself ready, cracking your non-existent neck. You kind of close your eyes and you
I put 30
out-
gold down, actually. Sorry. I'm just going to put 30 just to give it a little extra.
A tip. Okay. So yeah, you lay this out and you complete the ritual. And as you do so, each gold piece individually starts to lift up. As it does, they start to move a little bit closer and they start to form, almost looks like columns. And as it does so, it kind of starts to fill in a shape. It starts to look like almost like huge teeth sticking up out of the ground. And you can tell now that these are jagged, separated mountains. And as you look at the mountains, you start to see that the gold changes color, starts to turn red, and you see red blood starting to drip down these piles of gold in these forms of mountains. And it slowly, the blood soaks into the ground, and the mountains fall down to pieces, dissipate.
Guys? I don't think we should be going this way.
Why?
Oh, I think I just got a bad omen. I asked for guidance on whether it's safe for us to venture through this path, and I definitely don't think it's going to be safe for us, considering the melting of mountains and blood soaking into the ground is usually not indicative of a fun time.
Yeah, but Dante's gone through this path how many times?
A dozen times, perhaps.
Right, but
So we have an A-class guide. We'll be fine.
Unless
You could
there's
all be very
missions
stealthy, I
available.
assume, yes?
Yeah.
Right. So, this kind of, it's not a perfect science, but this is also taking into consideration that we are going with Dante. And I still received this answer, so I'm just, I don't know.
Maybe we should go the southern pass.
Or even just a little bit longer one. Or we stay in town. It's safe.
I'm not staying here.
Okay.
I'm sure anything with the name Dead Man's in it is considered scary and has bad omens all over it, and all the town folks will tell you it's spooky, but
Maybe it's actually like really nice. Like I heard of these two places called like Greenland and Iceland, and it's like they're reversed.
Right.
I think it was in a fairy tale, though. I don't think they're real places.
If you did
Well,
want to
Iceland
go to
does sound
the
really wonderful.
second fastest route, would be across the Burning Sands to the north. If you wanted to
Now,
go
are they
to
just really hot sand? Is that kind of what we're dealing with?
Or are we going to be running on glass?
It's actually quite a interesting story. There was the stories are that there was a huge battle there centuries ago, and the sands, regardless of weather, on day or night, will run hot. The remnants of the defeated god underneath the sands, the heat radiating up, no matter what atmospheric conditions above.
What god?
Gods of the ancient, ones that are not even written anymore, ones that stand larger than the eye could see.
That sounds really fun. Can we go there? Let's go there. Darius, can we go there, please?
Why are you asking me like I'm your dad?
Mastos doesn't like sand.
You're, I
Gets
think
in
you're
his
the oldest
fur.
one here, you know?
I'm what?
The oldest one mentally.
I might be the oldest physically as well. No, Mastos is the oldest.
Mm-mm. Okay,
Well-
let's...
How about this? The cutoff to go to these different places are at least a day's travel, regardless. So perhaps we can make the day's journey. You can discuss how you wish to go from there, or of course you can, if you wish to get another guide or anything. But I will myself be going through Dead Man's Gulch.
Okay, well, I guess it's settled then.
Well, I mean,
Back home we go.
thinking about it, we can't go home. How are we going to get back to our islands?
Well, I thought we had a house here. I thought that was home now. Home is
Let's
where
get-
my friends
let's get
are,
on
right?
foot and discuss it as we travel so we don't waste any more time.
Okay.
I mean, if Atlas's voodoo says it's going to be dangerous, and our guide said that he would forfeit our lives for his mission, maybe we should take those two signs as a maybe we don't go that way.
I think we should not go that way.
I
But
agree.
But I also don't want to go through the sand.
It's not that he didn't say he's going to forfeit our lives. He said that he has his mission.
Dante, if it came to our lives or the mission, what would you choose?
Well, as I said previously, I mean, it would have to be an extreme circumstance. I wouldn't desert my group, but if it came down to it was the only option, then I would have to pursue my mission. I owe my life to the Nolja, and so an objective they
They will
assigned
let
to
us
me
die.
comes.
Painful deaths in the gorge.
Oh, please,
We're not,
don't say
we're
that.
not judging you, Dante. It's
Might even kill us
not a
himself,
reflection
he
of your
said.
character. We just
Oh.
have to make a decision
Of course.
that makes the most sense.
That's understandable. Absolutely, of course.
So let's.
Alright, so do we want to die in the gorge with Dante? Or do we want to
without
go
Dante.
on some warm
Let's-
sand?
Let's discuss it as we travel. He said it's a day's journey before we get to any of these spots, so let's just get moving.
Okay, alright.
Alamos, you follow me, and I set to like we're right at the like door area, right?
Yeah, there's the doors to the mountain, and then there's the teleportation circle. Yeah, you're pretty close to the doors.
Can I me throw a leap outside into a giant elk?
Yeah, you're already outside, so yeah, you leap and transform into a giant elk.
Mhm.
All right, and Almos kind of jumps off at the same time, flapping his wings as you land, and You stand poised as a giant hulk. Dante kind of stands back for a second. It is quite giant.
That's what the ladies say.
I wink.
So, Mastos, you ready to have the two people on you and we're going to head out?
I lift up my hoof like I'm giving a thumbs up.
Wait a moment. He can't talk in this form.
Nor can he put thumbs up.
So he can't communicate.
He can hear you. He can understand you. He just cannot speak to you.
I bow my head.
He holds his head in his hands a little bit. Very well.
Unless you
Okay.
can speak with animals.
I cannot. No, that's not an ability that I possess, unfortunately. Haven't really required it. My travels very much.
That's fair.
Okay, so he swings his leg over this horse and kind of pulls it up a little bit. Shall we?
I am going to climb up on Mastos' back, and then I'm going to take the rope of climbing, and I'm going to command both ends to basically go around him, and then each side is going to wrap around my legs until it's taut.
Okay, perfect.
Who am I riding on?
I kneel down. I put my little hoofs in like I'm sleeping beside Alice. And I look at him. And I wink.
I hop on board.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check for me.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guess you small, super heavy automaton.
Ooh, that's an 8 on
An
the
8.
dice.
Okay.
And plus, hold on.
Minus
do
5.
some math. Some math here. 3 with 3 to 4. And we're doing dexterity, right?
Yes.
Saving throw?
No, just a general check.
General check. Okay, 16 with a 4 with the that is an 8.
An 8. Okay. So as you try to swing your leg up and it just keeps catching on the back part of his ass, keeps bouncing down. It takes a good solid 2 minutes for you to mount Mastos.
How long does...
Oh, wait. How long does my stickiness? Oh, wait. That was dispelled.
Yeah,
Dispelled it because you
Yeah.
wouldn't let me go.
Yeah. It would have been an hour.
So sorry. Did I make it?
Yeah, so it took about 2 minutes, but you got yourself up there.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm laying belly down, like just I'm not even looking where we're going. My face is basically just I'm wrapped and holding on.
Just
Mr.
arms and
Perfect
legs wrapped
opportunity
each
to wrap your
side.
leg, arms around Jay.
And I'm
On his
backwards.
stomach.
And backwards.
Yeah, your hatch is rubbing up against the back of Darius.
And your face is rubbing up against my hatch.
Ooh.
You guys start to kind of move off at a trot, and Dante says, sorry, just to be sure, you're all equipped for the journey, yes? Provisions, warm clothing, everybody's ready, yes?
Yes, sir.
How warm of clothing do I need?
Do you even get cold?
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Do I get cold?
Yes. Yes, you do.
I do. Okay, probably my circuits get cold and slow down.
So
Yeah.
proper.
Your energy. Well, there's numerous weather fronts we'll come across, I expect. Going through the peaks of the mountains, of course, would be snow-ridden. So you want to make sure you can stay warm. I assume you're prepared for that. Have you done any research about your journey? Or
Oh, no, absolutely not.
okay. Preparation is key, I find, in a successful mission. Perhaps more dedication to research before heading out on your next missions. Maybe most beneficial for you all.
We do everything by the seam of our pants.
I look down at my no pants.
That's why
I
he's so
was-
weird.
I was used to doing things by myself for the longest time, so I get the long journeys. I'm ready to go.
All right. You guys start trotting. He kind of picks up the pace a bit. You guys start trotting. So as you start kind of leaving Ciniculam, you can look to the right and you see it's almost like a full forest path that's been carved the whole way out of here. And it's quite wide. And you can see that the road here has been tracked and used quite a bit. It's a beaten path. And over to the right, as you look, which is to the north, you can see the ocean. You can see the water stretching out. You can see nothing beyond. The blue just kind of fades into mist and fog, and as far as your eye can see. You guys continue. About an hour or so goes by. Does anybody wish to do anything or have any conversations, or will we proceed for another hour or so?
As we go through the forest, as we go into the forest, I want to mark a tree, and that will be my Ciniculam tree.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So, about 2 minutes after you leave the entrance, you eye this beautiful tree, a little bit larger than the other ones, and there's no trees have grown around it. About 10 feet just around it, there's no trees have kind of grown, and they're kind of shorter. Almost looks like it's like a little circle has been made around this beautiful tree. Flowers sprouting off it. And you stop and you raise your leg and mark the tree.
I was going to mark it with my antlers, but that works too.
I just assumed. Atlas, roll a dexterity saving throw.
18.
18, okay.
Something.
You're good. You made it. Yeah, so as you kind of tip your leg up, forgetting about Atlas being on the back, Atlas just kind of like goes to slip, but then he grips on again and manages to hang on.
Okay, I'll have the rope then undo one of my legs, go around Atlas a couple times now, come back and go up my other leg again.
Okay.
So I think I can go up to like 100 or 500 feet or something.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's expanded.
But he's still lying down on his stomach, right?
Oh yeah, he's basically now a hostage on the back of this giant elk.
Atlas, do you resist the rope being wound around you, or do you let it happen?
No, I let it happen.
Atlas likes a little rope.
Atlas is a sub 100%.
So Dante leading the way, kind of picks up the pace a little bit, kind of starts opening up the horse, pretty much into a full sprint at this stage, heading down this road. But another hour or two goes by. Yeah. He doesn't notice anything. Anybody want to do anything specific, watching for anything, or kind of just beelining following Dante?
Am I still backwards?
You can position yourself however you want.
No, he
on.
I tied him exactly how he was.
Whatever way I'm looking, I'm trying to keep an eye out around the surroundings. I'm very much on alert because of the omen, so I will constantly be paranoid.
You see my tail wagging in front of your face occasionally.
Jack is also just kind of like, he's being vigilant. He's making sure Dante sees that he is a well-traveled person, and he's not going to think like, oh, Jack's an idiot. He wants him to think of him as a very capable person.
Okay.
Darius is sleeping.
Go ahead.
Bastos is not paying attention to anything and is just luckily following Dante.
Fair. So Jack, you're on Reed, kind of riding, like keeping up, almost like right beside Dante, not wanting to fall behind at all, keeping up to him as he keeps full pace. So this path, you guys can feel it gaining some elevation and kind of like start to turn a little bit. You can kind of feel you are directly heading west now. As this goes for about an hour and a half. And you start to feel the elevation start to dip. You can feel you are starting to go down the other side of this mountain. Atlas, if you can roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Uh, 7 plus 15.
15, okay. So as you guys continue down, about another half hour or so down this road, Mastos, you're aware that your wild shape is starting to come very close to an end. What do you do?
I snort and stomp and start to slow down.
Dante kind of pulls the reins back a little bit, noticing this. Time for a break, perhaps? Looks like Mastos might need a minute or two.
I rolled to see if Darius noticed, and I rolled a nat 1, so I'm still just like...
Fair. That's fair.
I nod my head.
Sure. If we need a break, that's no problem. Are we gonna sleep for the night?
I think he said he needed 1 hour to replenish his...
All right, 8 hours. Okay, if we have to.
I buck my hind legs at him saying 8 hours.
And as you do, the spell fades, and Darius and Atlas just pull down on top of a Mastos.
Ow!
We are not resting for 8 hours.
Okay. All right.
Ow.
I just need an hour. And I would like to go off the path to the tree and just look like I'm going for a nap.
I mean, do you want a comfy space to nap?
This is comfy.
Does everybody else want a comfy space to nap?
Yes, please.
I will ritual.
We're just waiting for an hour, yes?
Yeah, but I mean, we can sit in a nice place for 50 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Okay. So ritual casting, Dante just kind of like flicks the lead of his horse around a branch, ties it up, and just sits, leans up against the tree, bringing out a tiny little book.
And I try to, like, obviously not break concentration, but I'm like, you need to be close. Keep going.
That's okay. I'm a little bit more used to the outdoors. I'll be okay. I appreciate it, though.
Jack will have Reen kind of curl up and just kind of like lay down, and then he'll kind of just like lay into her, and he'll play around on his flute.
Okay.
And take a short rest.
Okay. Sounds good. Mastos, you're pretending to sleep in the corner?
Yeah, I'm just like
Okay.
up against a tree.
And Atlas?
Yeah, I'm hanging out in the hut once it's...
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been nature.
So just a reminder to everyone, you have to be near me when the spell goes off to be able to come into the hut.
Yeah, I'll be right by Darius.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd assume you kind of position yourself like near Mastos and probably get Jack coverage about 10 feet or so.
I probably wouldn't, knowing that Mastos actually prefers sleeping outside.
Okay.
So, I would likely just right where I was cast it, and anybody that wants to come in can come over to me.
Come in. Okay. Fair. Yeah, so a 10 minute goes by, uninterrupted, and your tiny hut is created. Atlas inside with you.
Sweet. I have a little hammock for myself, and I'm going to lay in it.
Okay.
Do you have another one of those?
I have the rope form a hammock for him.
Perfect. Yeah, you see this rope start to unravel, and as it does, it almost looks like a wooden pole as it stretches, and then whoop, 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 and it goes back and forward and feeds through and creates this rope hammock.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Next time I'll make sure there's one for you.
I'll get in it. I'll get in the rope hammock.
And Dante speaks up. So, being off to Arakan, what is the objective there, lads? Why are you going to Arakan, if you don't mind me prying?
See my friend.
No,
Right,
and the
yes.
dome is like 99% transparent. So, like, you can see the shimmer of it, but you can see us completely.
Great. Khaled, yes? Your friend?
Yes, Khaled.
Ah, nice. So just a visit. Nice visit.
No, gotta find a way to send her home.
I thought Arakan was her home.
No.
Well,
Kind
that's-
of.
Yeah, it's complicated. So Arakan is her home, but it's also not supposed to be there.
Send them both home.
I don't want to disrupt any plans or anything, but have you asked if she wants to go home?
Haven't seen her to ask.
You could send a raven. There's message ravens. If you... I mean, again, you can come. You can do what you want to do. I'm just thinking, preparation-wise, it might be a good idea to find out that that's what she wants to happen before you make a dangerous 10-day journey to...
He
Last-
still wants to. He hasn't seen her in like 100 years, so it's also a visit.
Right, okay. That makes more sense.
Either way, the forest must go home.
Well, Mastos, I mean, you can also mark a tree there, and we can make that our last forest to send home.
Mm-hmm.
If she's not prepared.
True. I can.
I'm also hoping to put a stop to this evil Drake Warden killing drakes and feeding them to her dragon.
Yes,
What?
Villian, yes?
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
mean, if
was brought up to speed on that, traveling in these regions. It was the Nolja god sent to the western regions through the mountains that we lost communication with, so that is something to be wary of.
Yeah, and as you know, my dad's an evil sorcerer who's trying to destroy the world. That's always good too.
That is a thing, yes.
Yeah.
My dad's great. I just can't find him.
Who was your father?
Oh, Dr. Reditus?
Okay. Good. So, I don't know how to word this, but if he's your father, how?
Creator.
Excellent. Thank you. Didn't know how to position that quite correctly. So you've lost him.
Yeah, he's gone somewhere. I mean, I didn't know I had him till, a little while ago. And then, I didn't really have him. I had him, but I didn't remember having him. So I don't know if I've lost him, but I don't have him now. And I don't know where he is, so I guess he is technically lost. But he knows where he is, so... And I don't know if he's actually hiding, or... Well, we did speak a little bit ago, so it's complicated. You know how it is with fathers.
You shouldn't assume that.
I never actually knew my father. Or I do, I don't
Well,
recall
you
him.
know exactly he's lost to you as well.
That's okay, though. We're not defined by our parents. We make the people that we are made by our actions and our decisions. So
Genetically, we are fairly defined by your parents, especially, humanoid creatures like yourself, as you do,
Yeah, let's not tie us in with our parents. I don't want to be tied to an evil, world-ending sorcerer.
yeah, case in point. Exactly.
Okay. Well, maybe, after some time, maybe we find him, and maybe he's not as bad as you think, Everyone's redeemable, even evil sorcerers, right?
Probably just needs hugs.
You know what?
Yeah, he didn't give any of those.
Sounds like he needs some himself then.
Sounded like you didn't give any either.
You really gonna blame my dad being a psychopath on a child?
Um,
You're not a child now.
I haven't seen him since I was like It was 5, right, Colin? 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since I was like 5 or 6.
I was talking about hugging us.
What? How is hugging you gonna make my dad not a psychopath?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
I mean, it
Right?
could. You don't know what he's gonna do. He might hug you and stab you in the back.
Well,
That doesn't sound like a nice hug.
Speaking of fathers, perhaps we can take a little bit of a detour. Mastos, your father, good or evil wizard?
Oh.
Do I actually have a father, or do I treat Drumantrum as the father? Because I don't know my father.
You're a Deorum. You remember what that was from the description of some of the Fey beasts?
He's big. He helps. I don't. Demorum.
Yeah, so so some Fey beings are created within concentrated areas of Fey, and they're just born into the world. People don't know where they come from. Sometimes they die. Sometimes they're nurtured by the locals.
My father?
Darius
druid?
assuming Demantrum is his father is just gonna be like, I serve him. He's a pretty decent dude, I think.
Demantrum's not my father.
That's not nice.
Mastos is fatherless. Mastos doesn't have parents like you humans.
What?
I told you. Mastos was born from a tree.
Okay, but what about Lapidus?
Lapidus was born from same tree. In
So
Fate.
you were born here.
No, that I was born in a tree in Fey. Lapidus and Mastos here.
What?
Mastos just comes to be.
Dante shakes his head a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. Would you like
So-
grow from a flower or something?
No, a tree.
You just said 3, like 3 times. So you know
Trees
what
have
tree is,
flowers?
right?
If I can just want to touch base on one thing, Darius. You mentioned that you work for Mastos' what you thought was then father. What do you mean by that? Is that why you're on this particular mission?
I summon the sword.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't look surprised at it. Kind of looks and smiles. So what have you offered for this power, this pact?
Finding these people. So him, the other guy we saved, this
Tyrannic.
Khalid person we're going to find. He said that he would help me. The exchange initially was he would help me remember, because I don't remember my past or my father or anything to do with my lineage. And he said he would help restore my memories if I found them.
A fair trade, I suppose.
It seemed
But
like it
remember,
at the time.
again, we're not defined by our past, so whatever you uncover, make sure it doesn't doesn't affect who you feel yourself becoming. It can be dangerous to find things within our past that we didn't know. Just be cautious, I would say.
Okay. I mean,
So-
I'm more so just.
You're
What?
more just what?
I more so just want to know where I came from. Like, I have magic, and the world doesn't. So I wanted to know why I had magic. I mean, I didn't when I first found out I had it. I used it for. Oh man, did I use it? Anyway, Yeah, I wanted to know where it came from, how I got it, even like what. And don't take this the wrong way when I say I want to know what my purpose was. I don't want to know because I want to then resume that purpose. Because now knowing where my father potentially comes from and where his allegiances lie, I have no interest in that. But I do want to know where this power comes from, and maybe I can use it for good.
No, that's fair. Knowledge is power, as they say, and finding a source of your power could even perhaps increase the access that you have to it. Makes sense.
For sure.
So we got one left. Mr. Nara, please, to all the gods, tell me that you had an excellent father.
I guess Albert was all right. He kind of left me to my own devices. My parents were pretty lenient. I was kind of the gatherer for my island, so I was the one going out on missions and getting stuff for my island. The old sage, he was the one that made these things for me, and he flexes his gauntlets to help me get around a little better. So, I mean, no complaints from my parents.
Excellent. Well, at least one among us had supportive parents. It was tragedy after tragedy. That was a bit of a turn in that conversation.
Mastos is not a tragedy. Mastos had druid love.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
your story is a little tragic, though, Mastos.
I just meant you had no parents and you were born from a tree.
Oh.
And your world was
Trees are
shattered
nice.
by demons. Anyway, Dante, what about your
world was
parents?
shattered.
Yes, my world was shattered.
I don't recall mine. The Nolja, I was essentially raised by them. They found me near the city as a child, and that's why I owe my life to them. They could have left me where I was, but they didn't. So,
Like the druids.
Well, just remember what you said. Your past doesn't define who you are.
very true. Very true indeed. That's why I forge my own. I try to help where I can, and I believe what the Nolja are doing in the city that they have, welcoming anyone and not judging anyone, letting people live their lives as they want to live them, I believe is noble. And yes, I'm happy serving them.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great city. I serve them all day too. I kind of wish I was there.
You seem to have taken a liking to the city quite a bit, Atlas. I'm excited to hear what experiences are pulling you there so strongly. Curious.
I feel like we've been there for so long that I just don't remember what it's like outside of there.
So perhaps
We
you're a
had
little
so
bit
many good
afraid?
times, and I don't know. I just feel like if we move on, we're just gonna find more bad things.
Yeah, but we make bad things good.
I just
Like
don't know
me.
if that's always gonna be the case. Some really close calls back there.
Yeah, they build character.
Or they'll have you building a new character.
No, that was the joke.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to lose any of my friends.
Well, with you at our side, that'll be hard to do.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a good thing you're made of metal.
I am, aren't I? I don't know if it's actually metal.
I knock on him. King, king, king. Sounds like metal to me.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. It probably is metal, to be perfectly honest. I've just never had it tested.
Some type of alloy for sure. What it is, I couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
Well,
like a
if you find
rare.
my father, you'll tell us.
It's on the agenda. The
Yeah.
ever-growing agenda.
Add it to the list. wonder how Felix is doing. Should I just cast a sending spell?
I mean, you don't have to, and I pull out the sending stone and
Oh. What should we say?
you say whatever you want, but be specific, because it only goes. You get one. It goes there, and it comes back. Jonas has the stone, so you can say you want to say hi to Felix, blah 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 blah, and whatever you want him to say back.
25.
I have to say what I want him to say back?
Well, just like what you want him to tell you. You don't have to say, tell me that you're doing well. Like, I want to know how Felix is doing. What has he been up to? I do believe you are still limited to the 25 words with this stone, so keep that in mind.
We'll pick the 25 words.
I think it's just the capacity of the spell. It's a pretty low-level spell.
I mean, if you think about it, some words are longer than others. Why is it a 25 words? Because I could say something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious 25 times. That would be a really long message.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be a lot harder to be like 25 syllables.
Mm-hmm. Just something to think about.
Maybe it's like packets. You say a word and that becomes one packet.
Like sugar packets?
Yeah. You can only fit 25 sugar packets in a little box.
Hmm.
Those packets might be unevenly filled.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. You should be a sugar person. Just
I've been called that before.
distribute sugar. That'd be a fun job. You'd have to, test the sugar, quality control.
Oh, yeah.
You know what looks like sugar?
Salt?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
it does. You ever wondered why?
Well, I mean, technically...
Me neither.
Technically, neither of them actually really look like that. They're refined and probably through magical means. I don't know.
Go on. What is
That's
this
it.
refining?
Is this an hour-long conversation about sugar and salt?
We're trying to stretch it out so that you get the full hour here.
What is the refining process for sugar as compared to salt?
I don't know. I just know that they're refined and they come from a different state into that state. I'm sure there's some form of cleaning.
I wonder who would know. Maybe we should send a sending spell to them.
Do you know anyone that would know? Because you can't just blindly send sending spells.
No, I don't.
There's the problem. Are you
You
gonna?
don't
And I'm
really
holding
know
the
who
sending
to
stone
call.
still. I'm like, are you gonna message Felix or?
Oh, right, yeah. So what should we say? In 25
Maybe,
words
maybe
or
he
less?
knows how sugar and salt are refined. He's pretty
Well, he
smart.
would be. Let's just let's just tell him that we're.
Better start Googling, Colin.
Let's tell him that we're okay, and that we're moving on to Arakan, and we're even better friends than we were when we left. And we have a new friend named Mastos, and we're thinking about letting him into the Atlas.
We already.
You
did
already said I was an atlas.
that. Yeah, we did do that.
So
Let him know if he needs to
we're
stay in town.
thinking
They
of
can
letting him stay in the Atlas.
let him know that we have a house.
Oh.
And he can stay at it when he visits Ciniculam.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, we're definitely over our word limit.
All right, how does this thing work? I rub it.
Leaving city, best friends.
Mastos iffy on Atlad. All right, well let's give it a shot.
I toss him the stone.
I eat it.
You hear bing, 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 bing as it falls down his interior.
All right, what do I do? Do I just wait for it to do
No,
something?
you have to hold it and speak into it.
Oh. Okay, well, that would have been good to know from the start.
I didn't expect you to eat. I don't know why I didn't expect you to eat it. That was my bad. I'll own that one.
I reach in and pull out the stone.
Out comes the stone.
Ah. Okay. I start to rub the stone.
Okay, gently
Ready,
rub the
stop?
stone.
Okay. Felix, this message is for you. Atlads are great best friends. New house in Ciniculam. Check it out. Miss you. What?
You got 4 more.
You have 4 more words.
I counted 5.
Yeah, I think you added one at like Ciniculam.
Okay, 5.
Oh, I lost my. I did miss you. How are you? Refined sugar.
So about 20-30 seconds goes by. You don't hear any response. And then you hear in your mind.
All Ryan.
You hear in your mind, Alice, oh my goodness, I haven't heard from you in forever. That's so great to hear your voice. Oh my goodness, can you tell Darius that this really strange thing happened to me? And
Damn it.
and you notice the voice to be not Felix.
Mm-hmm.
About 100% was Jonas.
Yeah.
Do you relay the message?
Oh yeah. I replay it literally in like a recorded audio voice.
And where's the rest?
Well,
Oh, maybe she didn't know about the 25 word thing, so.
That wasn't 25 words.
It wasn't?
Oh, maybe she dropped the stone.
I don't know. She sounded excited, though. And not, like, dying, which is good.
And now I want to know what happened to her.
Oh, gosh, hold on.
I cast sending.
Wow, mark it down, guys. Atlas using his spell slot to send a message.
I'm sleeping for 8 hours right after this.
On top of me?
The last
Yeah,
word
only
gone.
sleep
He's just.
for-
Literally. I'm gonna rope tie myself to Mastos and sleep for the
And while you're preparing, and Dante speaks up to you, you mentioned you have the ability for sending. Yes, if you're trying to find your father, could you not locate him that way?
Well,
I don't want Atlas sending. I don't know. No. Maybe my mother. But there's caveats to that too. It's complicated.
you might have been talking to me, Darius, but go on.
Oh, both of you, really. I mean,
Oh, right.
sorry.
Very valid, though.
Yeah, that's valid. And
Just
he did
thought.
message his dad.
He
Oh,
did. That's what I
He
mean. It's kind of like he's lost, but he's not lost.
so he didn't tell you where he was then?
Not in 25 words or less. We'll put it that way. And,
Oh.
you know,
Well, I mean,
this energy is precious to me, so.
he kind of told you where he was.
Did he? Oh, did he?
He said, I came to the island and you're not here, which would mean he's on the island.
Yeah, but the island's a big place.
How did
Well,
he get?
I mean, regardless, we can't get to him. So
Very true.
Could if we had a tree.
a
Should I-
tree that you've seen, Mastos,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which you have not. So
Mhm.
like again, moot point.
I'm
I'm gonna cast sending.
Okay.
Wait. Do I know what Darius's father looks like?
No, well, why are you sending it to my father? No,
No,
you don't know what either of my parents look like.
you
No.
you have
From that vision?
You didn't see it, only Darius. seen
No, we all had our own individual visions.
Okay.
it. No, so no, you haven't seen Darius's father.
Okay.
Oh, and even if you did see my vision, my dad wasn't in the vision. It was the other guy, and he was talking through a spell.
Okay. So I can't.
I mean, I
No,
could disguise self and show you what he looks like if you want.
It's yeah, like if you have a visual or you have things of his, like something that would make you familiar with that person, then you
I mean,
can
I am
you can
of
attempt
his,
this.
to be fair.
Yeah, but you can't just be like, oh, that guy's dad. Like,
So if I touched Darius,
it doesn't
I
make
reach
you
out to his father.
no, it doesn't make you familiar with that person, regardless of like its bloodline. It would
No.
have to be like maybe some of his clothing or like something that would, you know, that person's stuff that's contacted them. You know what I mean?
Plus, my blood is muddled. I've got stuff in me that I don't know about as Darius, but
Yeah. Okay. So no curveball then. All right. I'll just cast it and send it to Felix directly.
Oh.
I gotta do Felix directly. Or Jonas. Sure, I'll do Jonas. Whatever.
I want to know what happened.
Whatever you want.
Jonas, what's going on? We didn't receive all your message. Slow down. Be precise.
25 words.
25 words. I got 8 left.
You get 9 left.
9. What about Felix? And how do you refine sugar?
Okay, so almost immediately you get a response. Sorry. Should have known about the 25 words. Apologies. Felix. Fixing
Not so easy.
city. Ambassador to Ciniculam. Then Durham. I got these weird powers and some weird guy I can talk to now. That was 25.
Okay.
What's so exciting? I don't understand.
Do you not remember the last game? The one shot? All
I
of
haven't-
Magnus's kids were injected with.
Alice is
You don't
trying
know
to-
this. You don't
know. But I thought you, as Tim, were saying that. You didn't put your Mastos voice
yeah.
on.
No one knows what she said because it happened in my head. so-
Correct.
I know.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, she says she's all good. Someone visited her though, and
Ooh,
she's
what?
got weird powers now. Oh, and Felix is fixing a city and ambassador for Ciniculam.
Can you just play the recording like you did before?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Okay, sorry.
The hologram recording plays out of my mouth.
Okay, so you hear exactly that message.
Okay, wait. What? She didn't say someone visited her. She said she can communicate with some guy.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, we communicate with her.
Well, I mean, I got random powers too, but I can't communicate with him. What if she's
Okay.
got someone else? What if her powers are bad?
Maybe her powers, she can heat up butter. We don't know what's going on with her. Why are you assuming it's bad?
I don't know. She's related to me somehow. And did I tell them about the dream? Well, I'm going to bring it up anyway. And she was in that dream I had.
Oh, here we go, Darius. Yep,
What?
dreaming about this girl? What kind of dream is it? Let's hear it.
No, it's not like that. She's family or something. I mean, I thought she was my aunt.
Yeah.
Not.
Are
No.
we really gonna pretend that that's some sort of limit?
No, family. I do kind of draw a line at family. I'm not weird. I mean, I'm freaky, but I'm not that freaky.
Okay.
Step aunts, maybe. But anyway.
She would be your stepsister, though, wouldn't she?
No, half sister.
Half sister, right?
But I don't know that. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something weird in my family, and that's part of why I want to remember.
Okay, well, should we go back and see her?
I mean, who could get there the fastest?
Well, Mastos, there's a tree outside that you could probably just walk through a tree, right?
Could you send me through the tree, Mastos? Could you send me through a tree back to where we found you?
Do I have to roll to remember a tree by the stone bear statue?
No. You were there for many years.
Yeah, that's I was there for a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna reach into the bag and I'm gonna pull out one of the teleportation stones and I'm gonna hand it to Atlas.
Oh, what's this?
Hold on to this.
I
Eat it right away.
So, Darius, you have two of them, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I need you to tell me whether you're giving him stone 1 or stone 2.
If I don't know myself which one is the destination stone, I will cast Identify on one of them to figure it out.
So the teleportation stones, they are assigned to the specific circles, but the inscriptions on them don't tell you that. They're just the spell that's embedded to connect to those circles. So
Oh, I thought they went to each other.
no. The stone connects to a circle. So, for example, if you had the Ciniculam's stone, it would bring you back to the teleportation circle that's outside of Ciniculam.
Okay, never mind.
So
Cancel
these
everything
stones
I
would...
just said then.
Yeah.
I thought they were to each other.
No, it's not like a sending stone. They are linked to a specific teleportation circle.
Okay.
So you have the ability to go to 2 different teleportation circles. Just
Yeah, but I
depends
don't
on
know.
what ones
I don't know where they go.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I will not.
Can't you
go
walk
then.
through the? Can't you go back through the tree? Like, does
Well,
the tree
then
not stay
Mastos would
open?
have to. No, it's only 6 seconds.
Okay, then bring. Oh,
Mastos would have to come with me.
bring Mastos with you. We'll just take a little bit of a rest.
I can't stay too long. But
Yeah, I don't want to
do
hold
have an
Dante up. I mean, we can.
How long do you need? An hour? I thought
Oh, it's
It,
you just
pop it in, right, for a quick chat. Maybe 2 hours tops.
well, I mean, but it's fine. Let's not delay Dante. We
Well,
can get
if
to
we-
Aerocan.
We
And
can
then-
do that on our next short rest. I will
That's
need
true.
an hour after.
Yeah, I mean
I
that too. We can do
I
it in
can
4
hold-
hours.
Okay.
I can hold 2 wild shapes after this one rest,
Okay,
and we
so
can
then
travel for 8 hours.
after
we-
8 hours of travel, we can go back there.
well, we've got about another, I would say, 4 hours of daylight. So perhaps after the next set of traveling, we can get ready for the
Mhm.
evening. And if you wish to do whatever you wish to do during that, then perhaps that would be the time.
I mean, at that point, we could all just go back to Vimoria City and rest there, and then carry on the mission.
Very true.
What's
Okay,
in-
it'd be probably much safer.
Sorry, what's bringing you back to Vinmoria City?
My family member just mysteriously got powers, and like I said, my family is having strange.
We're
And
just going to check in on her real quick.
sorry, Colin, it was in my vision that I saw Demantrum say my other children are awakening or something, right?
Yeah,
Or not the Mantrum, sorry, Magnus.
So no, it was the Mantrum said that to Mastos when you were all having that shared vision, and you all heard that Mantrum telling Mastos that the other his siblings are awakening.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I'll just and I'll say that. So what if she's a sibling of mine?
Is she in danger?
Well, I'd like to verify. I don't know.
It would be really quick.
And
Mastos,
if we're resting, it'll literally be like 5-10 minutes out of the way. Because he can take us through the tree and he can bring us right back to where we go through, and we can carry on our journey after our rest.
yes, if we're not back, I'd say in a couple hours, then you can carry on without us.
Yeah, and if you want to stay here, I mean, I would put the dome up for you, but I have to stay in it.
No, that's okay. I think I've said I've done this journey many times alone, so I should be fine. I do appreciate that, though. Okay. So do you want to do that now, or when we complete the next stage of our journey?
We'll continue.
forwards?
We've already spent enough time. I assume it's close to an hour at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've spent enough time here now. Another few hours isn't gonna hurt. I mean, they're not in immediate danger. I hope.
Okay.
I'm
Very
gonna
well.
cast Sending again.
Okay.
Jonas, we're going to hop in for a chat in around 4 hours. Put the kettle on. See you soon. Looking forward to hearing about powers.
Again, almost immediately. Ooh, excited! We'll definitely have the kettle on. Sarah found new herbs. Super excited to make tea with them. Miss you.
The way you talk as Jonas, I just picture like Captain Kirk and Family Guy. How they do that?
Yeah. She's trying so hard to say it slowly.
Where are we here? Okay, I'm pretty much tapped now.
Dante starts to hold this little book, kind of puts it in the pouch. So, should we get moving? Oh, sorry.
I'm
what
ready
did,
to go.
What did they say? Sorry, your message that you sent.
Yeah. She's looking forward to us coming, and she said that she'll have tea ready for us, and she's got new herbs. So that's exciting. And she misses us. She definitely sounds like she's in a lot of trouble, Darius.
What?
No, I'm kidding. That was sarcasm. Did that not come off sarcastic? It's really hard for me to emanate that.
You're slightly monotone. Like, you're not monotone, but like, you know.
No, I don't. But okay. Yeah, we're ready to go. We'll head out there when we rest for the night.
All right. Dante swings his leg over his horse. A little pat. Astos, time to do the thing, I think. Muted.
I stretch and mark a short rest off.
Yeah, everybody can mark off a short rest.
Ooh.
Hooray!
Woo, says the cleric.
I feel so rested.
And I stop my foot and I transform back into a giant elk. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe you should wear this? And I point to my necklace as I look at Darius.
Dante, would it be more beneficial if you could talk to him?
It's up to you. I don't. Is it something that I have to be attached to per se, or is it something that I can just use instantly?
I
It's
look
a
at
two.
Mastos.
You have to hold it close to you, meaning you attune it.
Oh,
I
don't want it though.
It's perhaps, I mean, might be useful for one of us to have it, but for myself, I'm a little bit tapped out on what I can attach myself to at the moment.
Okay. I stop my hoof and I transform.
Poof.
I can use it. Oh, okay.
It's still around his neck. It's one
Yeah,
of those ones that-
it's there.
yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, it's gross. He's just choking right now. Okay, very well. Let's the next stage of our journey. Yeah, we'll at the end of this try to find somewhere to set up a camp that can hold while you do whatever you need to do. Onwards then, and kicks the horse and starts heading off. This leg of the journey, I need somebody to do Luke because he'd be Jack because he'd be up at the front with Dante to roll a d20, please.
Ooh.
Just a d20 roll.
Not a D100.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
So about an hour traveling. Again, you feel the descent still continuing down the mountain. You can still see the breaks in the trees. You can see the ocean to your right hand side as you continue here to the north. And you all start to feel a little bit of a change in the atmosphere. Kind of the dry, warm day starting to shift, and a cold breeze starting to brush through from the ocean through the trees, and the clouds starting to get a little bit darker above. And Dante kind of looks up. He's like, "Looks like we've perhaps got a storm coming in. This isn't going to be good." And continues. About 30 minutes later, you start to hear as rain starts to pitter patter on the path. It starts to kick up some mud. This is gonna slow things down a little bit. Should we start pulling over now, or do you want to push through to the end of Mastos's abilities here?
Well, we might as well make the best use of the spell. I mean, it's just water, right?
We fought lightning demons. I think we'll be okay with a little storm.
Gets struck by lightning, instantly dies.
About 20 minutes.
3 of us at that point.
Yeah.
Well, 20 minutes goes by, and the rain, changing from pitter patter, is pounding down now. To the point where you're seeing about 20 feet in front of you with the heavy rain. Everybody kind of pulling their cloaks up, covering down, and getting close to the horse, getting close to Mastos, and down on Reen, moving through the rain, substantially slowing the travel. Parts of this mountain going down on an incline, you're almost having to go like sideways down to ensure you don't slip. Mastos, roll a dexterity saving throw, please. You feel the mud start to give way underneath.
Can I inspire him?
With the two bodies.
17 on the die.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay. So you start to feel the mud start to give way and start to break. You manage to lunge yourself forward and keep the two people on your back solid and land on a rock to the side. Although it's slippery and moist, you manage to steady yourself and start to move down. Jack, as Reen starts to go sideways down as well, she tries to follow Mastos's lead and leap over to the rock. If you could roll a general dexterity check for me, please.
Also, if
For Reed?
it wasn't considered that I tied myself and Atlas to the horse or to Mastos, I have now done it.
Yeah. I would have assumed you did the same routine.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. So that'll be 15. So 16.
Okay. So yeah, she leaps on, and her back claw kind of slips for a little bit, but regains her composure, and then you start kind of traipsing along. About an hour goes by. Not only have these rain clouds darkened the skies, but you can see the moon now starting to come up as it starts to turn into nighttime. As you come a little bit closer to where this is taking a turn to the right, which is almost facing the water, Dante kind of slows down a little bit and is like, Bastos is going to be up soon. Perhaps we should look for cover.
I think it's a good idea. Can't really see anything.
And Dante starts looking around. Over there by the rocks is an outcropping. Perhaps we could use that.
Are there any trees nearby?
There are, yes. The right-hand side of the path is like lined by trees.
Okay.
To the left is more of a rocky mountain.
Right, well, let's get them to an outcropping. If they're not coming with us through the tree, let's find them a comfortable space, and then we'll go teleport via tree.
How far away is this outcropping?
It's only about 50 feet to the left. He's kind of just slowly making his way over. It almost looks like where rocks have broken away from underneath a part of the mountain and almost like a little cave. You can see where the rain pummeling down isn't quite reaching in. About 10 foot into this outcropping seems to still be dry.
As we, like, Jack can see it.
Yep.
Jack will just kind of raise his cloak, and he and Reen will just teleport inside.
Okay. He's like lifted up and disappear. Reen immediately, as soon as he gets in, shakes herself. Water flying everywhere.
And then they'll get a fire started and get chilling.
Okay. Mastos, where are you heading? You're muted.
You're muted.
I will jump towards the outcropping.
Okay. Mastos carries his two people. You guys now over to this outcropping. Dante ties up his horse just outside to a rock sticking up. He ties it, and then he has a kind of a cloak he kind of places over the back of the horse, and then comes in under the outcropping. Oh, this doesn't bode well for travel. It's a good time. It's a good time for setting down, I think. Hopefully it passes overnight.
Yeah, do you want to come with us? Because at least where we're going, there's actual lodging that you can stay in.
Well, from my adventures, tea. I do enjoy tea. I'm actually going to make some, I think, with this fire that Jack started. However, I'm very single-minded when it comes to my missions. I don't really want to be deterred if it takes me off my route.
Okay, well... Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll go do our chat. We'll come back, and I'll make more comfortable sleeping for all of us. How's that sound? That way you can wake us up when you want to leave, and we don't oversleep back there.
Yeah, certainly. I'll hold this place secure for your return.
Sounds good. All right, guys, you wanna go?
Yeah, I'm
Jack,
excited.
Jack, are you gonna stay here with
How? So you guys want to stay the night over there?
No, we're gonna just because I'm worried about us oversleeping and him leaving without us. So we'll go. We'll have the conversation. I'll come back and I'll cast the hut again, and we can all sleep in the hut tonight. That way, if it does rain all night, at least then there's comfortable lodging for everybody.
Jack can have a Brokeback Mountain moment.
What's a Brokeback Mountain? That doesn't sound pleasant.
It's a cave where you can rest in the night with friends. In the side of a mountain, broken mountain. You sleep on your backs.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes
It's not
sense.
regular travel camping? I'm not sure.
So are we going to be able to pass through this and then back?
Yeah, Mastos, do you have enough to do two?
How long do they stay open? That's not actually
Six
written on.
seconds.
You shush. It's
Yeah.
the DM telling me.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds. It's one round.
God damn it. No.
Oh. Well, that changes a lot.
No. I'd have to
Rest a bit. Much longer than my wild shapes.
And just
Perhaps
about
we wait to do this till we're there.
and
Yeah,
above
let's-
table, Tim, you clicked on the spell, right? To read the actual description. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, the dimensional seed gate. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to. Okay, cool.
So we can't go? I told her we're coming. She's got speed on.
Well,
We would just have to rest there, right?
yeah, but if he wakes up early, he's gonna leave without us.
Hmm.
Atlas, can you roll a wisdom saving throw, please?
A lot. 26.
26. Okay.
Yeah. So
So what are we doing?
Well, it's still raining out. And it's nighttime. Don't you want to rest?
I think we should. I mean, we should really just wait until we get there.
Okay.
When we rest, the stone that we used earlier will be recharged, so you don't have to burn a slot. We can use the stone to let Jonas know what happened.
Well, if we're gonna rest, I can send her a message now.
Oh, I thought you were tapped.
Well, I mean, I'm not always tapped.
Okay,
tapped
so
when I
tap
think.
doesn't mean tapped. Got it.
I'm tired. So we're gonna go back in 3 days? Is that the idea?
Yeah, once we get to Aerocon, we'll use a tree there, and then we can just go back to the city when we're done.
Okay.
Or at the very least, we'll wait until Dante splits off, and then maybe we can... Because then we're not delaying him any further.
Right.
You do have a map. If you do need to do some things before continuing to Arakan, by all means.
Yeah, I would rather have you as a guide to somewhere we've never been, as long as we can have you as a guide.
Of course, understandable, yeah.
So what I will do before Atlas casts Sending is I will burn a spell slot to cast Tiny Hut, so it's not 10 minutes. And then we will have the hut. I'll tell everyone to gather around, obviously. I think we're all pretty huddled anyways.
Yeah, it's not a very deep outcropping. Like, you guys could lay down in there, but it's going to be a tight scoop.
Yeah, so I'll just fill the outcropping with the dome, basically.
Okay.
And then it'll be nice and warm and cozy in there. And then I'll make it, I think I'll make it opaque.
Okay. All right, so yeah, this forms out, and you guys, it almost looks like a glass orb with the rain hitting the outside of the hut, where it kind of extends out beyond the outcropping. You kind of see this almost like glass shield.
Yeah. On the outside, it'll look the same color as the rock that we're in.
Okay. Kind of stay disguised a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So you guys going for a long rest, or?
Yeah, I assume that's what we're doing, so.
Okay. Yeah, Dante starts pulling out some utensils from his pack. Looks like he is actually making some tea on the fire that Jack started.
I will pass out, I guess to each of the group, I will pass out some of that jerky.
Okay, perfect.
You cast Sending.
As he's passing that, I cast Good Berry.
I
and
knew
I
it
hand
was coming.
berries back to him and give, I guess, 2 berries each to everyone.
All right.
Sweet and salty.
So, do you want me to take first watch, or?
Well, I mean,
Oh, you don't need to.
yeah, you don't need to. A couple of reasons. One, nothing can come in here. And two, Atlas sleeps weird.
I have the ability to monitor surroundings while resting.
Ah, that is extremely useful.
Mhm.
Okay, very
Or
well.
weird, some people say.
Oh, I would go with useful, I think.
Yeah, that would be the nicer way of saying it. If you're a friend, but okay.
Yeah, it's not nice when your friends say shitty things about you, is it?
You say that like I say shitty things about you.
All the time.
What do I say that's...
Shouldn't that have been bleeped out?
No? I was
Oh.
repeating what he said.
Your sensors are starting to break down. I like it.
It's selective censoring.
All right, so
Yeah.
Dante starts to get his bedroll all set up and kind of starts to lay down. You do
He doesn't
see
need
his...
one. There's this, like fully. This place is fully. There's cushions and everything all over. He doesn't need a bedroll.
It's just a hut. It doesn't create
No,
house
it does.
items. No, it's a cozy environment. It's temperature controlled. It doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it says I can put things in it too. Hold on. Keep talking. I'll find the spell. I'll read it again.
He pulls out his trusty bedroll that he's used to using. Lays it down, but he does lay facing the outcropping, just that inherent wanting to keep an eye, regardless of being told he doesn't have to. Kind of cozies up and keeps his eye to the front and closes his eyes. So is anybody staying up, or is everybody going to?
I'm gonna...
Activate sentry mode and fall asleep.
Yeah, Jack's gonna just start napping.
You are correct. I was wrong.
All good. Okay. Mastos is muted.
We'll
As
stay up
always.
for 1 hour.
You stay up for an hour?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing during your hour?
I was just gonna start playing my pan flute
Shit.
as everyone's trying to sleep. But I guess
The dome like puts another dome around him.
Just
Surrounds
locks
them.
him in. Silence.
I play a game of push rock with Owlmos.
Okay. Almost engages. Just pushing it around. Roll a d20.
That is an 8.
Got a 12. He wins. You lose to Almos.
Can I attempt to cheat?
Sure. What do you do to cheat?
I'm going to throw a good. I'm gonna drop a good berry. One of the good berries.
Okay.
10.
Roll a 10.
Deception?
Yeah. He rolled it. No, you're good. He immediately turns his head and goes as he slurps it down and turns around.
Defeated again.
He looks sad.
Oh, no. I cast good berry again. I give him more good berries.
He immediately scoffs it out of your hand.
Worth it.
All right, then you're heading off to sleep.
Yes, with him snuggled.
Okay. Hey, Atlas, as you're in sentry mode, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh shit. That is 2 on the dice. My oh, not my passive perception.
No, your active perception.
Perception is, so that's 9.
9. Okay. So the night passes without you noticing anything. You can, in your background sentry mode, start to hear.
Oh, sorry. I meant to send a message to
Jonas.
Jonas.
Oh,
that
right.
we're-
You did say you were going to do that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
I'll be just literally just saying that plans have changed. We're heading to our destination in 3 days. We'll return for our tea and visit.
Okay.
Tea and biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, I'm so sad, but that's okay. The herbs weren't that good. Anyway, I'll work on it for when you get back here. Bye.
Okay. And then yeah, I'll continue on to resting.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you can all mark off a long rest. The night was uneventful, mainly thanks to the hut.
To the hut.
Yeah. Atlas, wisdom saving throw, please.
Really? You're just getting a little much. 16 plus 7.
7.
23.
Okay. All right. The hut starts to fade. You guys can see the sun is up. It's still kind of the ground moist, mud still there, but the rain has stopped. The skies have cleared. Dante starts packing up his bedroll, getting things together. Okay, we are ready to head out, or anybody need some more time?
Well, we can always see if that's gonna happen again.
What, the weather?
What?
Yeah, the weather. And I sit down and I cast Druid Craft.
Okay.
To create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that will predict the weather at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay. Is that a...
Cantrip. One action.
Okay. It's not a ritual. You don't have a ritual. Okay. So yeah, you sit down. What does that look like being the first time you've cast a spell?
I would like to pluck a feather from Alamos.
Mm-hmm.
I will pat him and give him a little thumbs up. And I will place it on the ground in front of me and use it to draw a little druidic circle.
Okay.
And from that circle, whether it be rain clouds or snowflakes falling or a bright glow to represent sun, bright sun, clear skies, forms above it.
Perfect. Yeah. So you draw your circle. You can finish the incantation, and the feather kind of floats out of your hand. Just floats up into the center, staying vertical. It starts to slowly spin, and as it does, it kind of turns horizontal. And it starts spinning fast, 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 and you start to feel kind of the gush of wind start to come off it for a few seconds, and it slowly fades back in. The feather stops spinning and gently falls down to the circle.
Oh, no. We're on a mountain? It's going to be windy.
Are we still damp from the rain yesterday?
No. The tiny hut, the temperature would have been fine in there to dry you guys off.
Okay. Well, even if it didn't, I have prestidigitation, so I would have just...
Yeah. Every 6 seconds, clean somebody off. All right. Dante swings his leg over the horse. All right, let's keep moving forwards, yes?
I come out of the crop and transform.
Okay. Everybody assumes their positions. Jack, if I can get you to roll a 1d10, please.
A 1d10, eh? Where is it? There it is. 5.
5. Okay. All right. So as you guys start heading off, you guys back on Elkmos, riding him along. As you start heading out, and you look up to the mountain to your left at the top, for a second, you see this, Atlas, with your passive perception. You see a small fire just be extinguished and and smoke start to rise off. Extremely far to the north, but up at the top of one of the mountains. You just see this, and as you do, you hear noises up ahead. And you see everybody roll perception.
Nat 20, baby.
Nice.
8.
Dirty 19.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So Mastos, Jack, and Alice. And not Dante. You guys get an eye up in the right-hand side. This path, it looks like a bit more traveled, and you see a little bit of fencing on the left and right, and you see a small hill. And you see on the top, you see two figures on the top of the hill. It's quite far away, so you're like 500-600 feet away, but you can see these figures standing on the top of the hill. What do you do?
Can't make out what they look like. Like it's
too far to get a visual if you can identify who they are, but they look like they're wearing darkened leathers is all you can really tell. One, the way he's standing, looks like he's positioning a bow, looking at the path down below.
Like towards us?
Not towards you, no, just down where the hill actually is.
Do you guys want me to go check on this guy?
I'm gonna relay the information that I see.
Okay. Perhaps we should slow down a bit. It is a little bit of a strange area, but bandits are everywhere. And Dante starts to pull his horse off to the side.
I can go investigate if you want.
Are you sure you won't be seen? And
I mean, the way I was going to approach it wasn't very stealthy. It's just I can get up there pretty much in an instant.
Can you get back down in an instant?
I would have to move a little quick, but I can get up there in an instant.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you take me with you? And if it's dangerous, I can bring you back down in an instant.
We could just go around.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's only two of them. I mean,
also very
That we can see.
I'm going to cast Sentry.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me just check the distance. What would you say the distance is from here?
It's about
from here
to the top of the hill is about 500 feet.
Oh, okay. What's my distance?
Sentry is pretty much like anywhere you can see, I think.
Is it? It's been a while since I've used it.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Where are we here?
Oh, you left the game. We're coming up on our that's where we're going to leave it, folks.
No, I was looking for something. I forgot it changes the song and stuff.
Oh, you're getting the map ready. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't have... Well, I don't think it's...
Oh,
the
you didn't
right name.
you probably didn't ready it, like prepare it. Because why would you prepare it, right?
I should have. I can do that when I sleep, right?
Yeah.
I can
Once
just
you have a
go
long
for it.
rest, you can read. Yep.
Okay, so I don't think it's because we renamed it is the problem. I just can't remember what the real name of the spell is.
All right. So let's say you cast it.
Okay.
So yeah, just mark the spell slot off. But yeah, where do you want to send it?
Right next to them, basically, because it's invisible, right?
Yep.
It goes invisible, yeah.
Exactly, and you can only see or hear from it.
But I can switch back and forth.
I believe so.
Yeah. I can only do one at a time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do sight first.
Okay. All right. So you guys watch as Atlas kind of crouches down a little bit. And you see him. And his hatch pops open. And this tiny little version of himself flies out. And a second later, you see it disappear. So Atlas, as you kind of switch over, you guys see Atlas's eyes just the yellow kind of disappear for a second. And Atlas, as your sentry appears at the top of the hill, roll a perception.
Should I guide myself?
No, because
It's a nat 20 anyway, so it's fine.
Okay, awesome. So as it appears up there, you immediately see two archers standing at each corner, kind of this hill watching down. You see this female fully clad in this really decorative leather armor, hood pulled up, sharpening a sword by a fire that's been extinguished. And behind that, you see this black horse that's tied up against a tree behind her.
Okay. So it's just the two that I see up there?
From where your sentry is, you see a total of 3 bodies. 2 archers, and then this one. Yeah.
And then the girl. So the girl, is there any markings that I can see on her that, like, any emblems or anything that would identify her or who she might be affiliated with?
You don't see anything that you recognize. It looks like pretty battle-hardened leathers. And the sword that she's sharpening looks like it's seen some battles.
Does it look does it look expensive, or is it kind of?
It looks expensive.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the archers, do they look like they're carrying expensive gear, or is they more like?
No, there's a little bit more kind of standard fare, standard longbow looking, nothing, no exquisite engravings or anything.
Okay. I'm whisper describing what I'm seeing as I'm looking at everything.
Okay.
I'm going to do any of them look like they're talking to each other?
No.
No. Do the archers, are their bows readied?
They're not notched. They're just holding their bows in their hand and just look like they're kind of scanning the path that goes beside this little hill.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sending. Is there an area for us to tuck away? Like hide?
Yeah, so the path that you're on kind of goes straight ahead, and then the hill is on your right, but the forest is kind of on either side of you, does stretch out. So there's definitely a place you can go wide around or go into the forest.
Okay.
Let's move out of view for a moment. I'm gonna try something.
Dante takes some stuff off to the side.
Once we get out of view, I'm going to cast Sending to the girl.
Okay.
Do I have... Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Hello there. How are you? Wondering what you're doing up there? And who you are working for? Love the leathers. They look great. And love your black horse.
Hey, you get a response almost.
I gotta literally flip to the view. I want to see her reaction.
Okay. So as sharpening the sword, you see she immediately stops the sharpening, almost kind of just absorbing the message. Immediately looks around, but then you can kind of tell she kind of moves the head down a little bit, like an acknowledgement of having received a similar message before and understanding the magic of it. She replies, "Well, I'm not working for anyone, but myself and my friends here. Simply collecting tolls for passes through. Need not worry."
I'm going to switch to audio, like listening.
Okay. And she starts to... Oh, okay, so here you don't see.
Yeah.
So you hear her gently call to the two archers, "Be at the ready, summons nearby." Then you hear, "To the north! I see them to the north!" And then all of you now see at the bottom of the hill, you see 3 bodies you didn't see before. Pine trees start running to the north, which is away from you guys. And you hear the scrambling and footsteps of the people on top of the hill, and you hear as you hear her leap onto the horse, and you start to see them all starting to head north away from you. And we'll leave it there for
take
tonight.
this opportunity to go. No.
Excellent. You guys are out of the
ready.
city. Let's go.
Yeah, we did it.
Can't wait to get back to.
I know.
Only took
Gloria.
almost 30 episodes.
I know. Atlas is just like, yeah, can we just go back?
Mhm.
Can you cast your tree outside Ciniculam? All right. All right. Great session,
Oh,
guys.
just
Thanks
wait.
so much.
Just wait. We're gonna take a tree back to Vinmoria and go back to the mine.
Oh my God. Amazing. Wait
Let me show
until...
you this watery palace.
I was going to say, wait till Jonas tells you what she found in the mines. This watery palace was there all along. Such riches.
That's funny.
All right. Yeah. See you guys next week. 8 p.m. EST
All right.
next Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys. Those of you who are, we appreciate it. We'll see you next one.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.